Well, we have another one for you guys today. We're talking about off-grid stuff, how to live off-grid. We got relatable, funny. We even have a conspiracy theory about Jeffrey Epstein. Um, it's crazy. Please leave a like on this video so more people like you can see this video and so we can break the algorithm. Subscribe if you like content like this. I don't know if you do, but subscribe if you want to see more content like this, of course. Yeah, man, it's just a lot going on in here today. So informative, educational, so it's a lot. So please watch the full video. Hope you guys are having a good day today. What is it, Wednesday? I don't know, but whenever you see this video, it's that day for you, right? But with that being said, let's get into the video.
Whoa, whoa, I got your spot. Use your legs. Use your legs. Don't hurt your back, all right? Use your legs. You want to squat like, there you go.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Can you come up here a second so you and I can talk? Is that okay? I don't bite.
Gucci, man.
I'm really nice. I have kids. That's right. You're kind of special.
Here you go, buddy.
How you doing? It's nice to meet you. You know I'm going to ask you questions about the car, right? I have one main question. Did you do it? You sure? Are you sure?
If cats could talk.
Did you just slightly adjust yourself? Oh, hell no, I'm out of here, nigga. You straight. I don't know why I came in here.
Why do cats do that? They be doing this. Like, what do you mean? Like, you just running. They just be, I don't know, do they call them? The zoomies? I don't know.
It's 3:47 a.m. and I need to practice parkour on the counter. Non-negotiable. Just letting you know. Yo, what the fuck? Yo!
Like,
Is this yours? Yeah? Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna get in right here. Fit.
When I get through whatever the fuck I'm going through right now, I'ma just let you hoes know, bitch. When it's time for me to step up out my isolation, bitch, I'm stepping on you hoes next. You bitches cannot breathe around me, bitch. It's no humble shit. Get that shit out the fucking window, bitch. I'm stepping on you hoes next, and I'm coming for everything, bitch. I'm coming for everything, ho. You bitches got me fucked up in this hoe, bitch. I'm literally getting dressed in this hoe. Bitch, I'm mad. Bitch, I'm pissed off, bitch. Fuck everybody who did anything. Bitch, I'm coming. Bitch, I'm coming. I'm coming for you, bitch. And you hoes think y'all can think whatever the fuck y'all want to think, but just let you know, bitch, it's a whole different type of bitch that's coming, bitch. You both know you could. Hoes cannot breathe. I can already dig y'all motherfucking graves, ho. I'm not playing. I'm coming for everything. Fuck.
dang. How many times did she say, no? How many? Yo, I wasn't even counting. Dang. Somebody said, we just know 2026 is her year. Yeah.
Can you tell me what time this is? Can you tell me what time this is?
I'm good.
Can you tell me what time this is?
Like 12:45.
I can't tell time.
9:58.
What the fuck?
It's 11:47.
Yeah.
11:48. 11.
You got this, man. Come on.
Okay.
This one's a short. This is a short hand.
Yeah.
That's the long head.
Hey, my boy. What time is this?
What? Hold up. It says 11:08. 11:08.
No!
Excuse me. Can you tell me?
Dang. It's crazy, man. You know what it is? The digital world got everybody messed up now.
You can't get in there, can you?
I'm leaving here with something.
Try to eat. Let's try to eat. Nope.
I'm leaving here with something.
No entry. You don't get enough going to people can. You gonna try it again? You don't know which way to go.
This baby really still trying.
Give up. You gonna try another one. You can't get in there. How you feel? Huh? How you feel?
Yo, they got the drive-thru though. Yo. What's up, man? This a drive-thru? Yeah. God damn. Y'all got a well, I can't. Yo, they got the drive-thru though.
According to research, cussing is a sign of authenticity, more authentic in their personality and who they are, but also are less likely to be liars, more likely to tell the truth. People that cuss are more willing to prioritize being themselves than being nice and polite. And this isn't all encompassing, obviously. Sometimes people overuse. There is a too far. And also, if you don't cuss, it doesn't mean that you're a liar. According to research, cussing is
Pictures of things you never knew the real purpose of. This tiny pocket in your jeans was made for pocket watches. Last one will surprise you the most. The holes in lollipop sticks aren't for a whistle, they're actually there to hold the candy in place. Starbucks cups fit in their lids so they don't tip over. The arrow on your gas gauge shows which side the tank is on. The blue bristles on your toothbrush fade to show you when it's time to change it. Donuts have holes not to make them easier to hold, but to help them cook all the way through. The color of the tag on your bread actually represents the day of the week that it was made. This is what most people use the hole in pot handles for, but its real purpose is to hold spoons while cooking. That little hole in pen caps helps air pass through so a kid won't choke if they swallow it. The small black triangle on the plane tells crew where the best vantage point is to see the wings. The extra holes on Converse shoes aren't for ventilation, but for extra lace support when your shoelaces get too long. The best way to keep a jar of peanut butter is upside down. This cup has built-in lines that measure standard drink sizes. Pictures of things you never knew the
Stop these 5 habits if you don't want to die in your sleep. Don't want to die in your sleep early? Stop these 5 habits now, before it's too late. Number 5 will shock you because 82% of people do it every night without knowing the danger. So here's everything you need to
Somebody said I've been sleeping. Oh, never mind.
know. You should watch this video 3 more times. Like it, save it, and share it with someone that needs it. Number 1, sleeping on your stomach and not using your CPAP at night. This compresses your airways and can cause severe sleep apnea, starving your brain of oxygen for minutes, which can trigger cardiac arrest. Number 2, taking sleeping pills regularly. These depress your respiratory system, and with mixed with alcohol, it can stop your breathing entirely. Many natural sleep deaths are accidental overdoses. Number 3, eating heavy meals at night. It forces your heart to work overtime, digesting, raising your risk of heart attack when your body should be resting. Number 4, sleeping with your phone near your head.
Yeah.
Electric.
Everybody do that one.
Magnetic waves disrupt deep sleep cycles and can trigger dangerous heart arrhythmias. And number 5, it's almost everyone does this without even realizing the risk. Sleeping with your TV on, that constant flicker and that light and that sound, it keeps your brain a half awake state, messing with your heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing patterns. Over time, it can trigger dangerous nighttime arrhythmias. Hey, without you ever feeling a thing. Comment the word bank if you're interested and share this.
Now, somebody said, I've been sleeping with the TV on for 40 years. So what do you, bro, TV? I don't know about that one, man. Now the phone, heavy meals, all that, yeah, for sure.
Someone had a little fun last night.
That's not even mine. That's my cousin's for real.
Your cousin? You don't have to lie. I seen you here before.
Why?
I know you know about the birds and the bees. Just wrap it up next time, buddy.
Why do some crashers do be like this? Like, stop being nosy. Stop being nosy. Seriously, what you being? Stop being nosy.
I just get the bag, please, man.
Exactly.
I want you to be more careful, okay? Maybe you guys should look into, like, you know, birth control. But you're going to be spending a lot of money, okay?
All right.
Be good.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't be laughing.
What you laughing about?
When I met you, woman.
How you doing?
Good. Couldn't help but notice.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You want to walk?
That's your girlfriend?
Yeah.
No.
I
mean, yeah.
What?
Yeah, you gonna have to walk, bro. Like that.
Bro, what is going on? What do you know what it is? He receding up here. Bro, like, what happened? What happened, man? I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, I wanna fight. I wanna fight. I ain't gonna lie, I wanna fight right here. No, I wanna fight. I'm fighting. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That is crazy, man.
Wait, how long y'all been talking though?
If we ever made love.
You get your Instagram?
You want it? Nah, it look like you want it.
Yeah.
For real? Nah, I was. It's just the prank. I was just playing. Yeah.
Pulled up in the top ends at the horn 2 times.
Yeah, you can't be laughing.
Me personally, she gotta go. I ain't gonna lie. She gotta go. GG's.
How you doing? I thought I knew you. I'm sorry. You good?
Nah, you good.
Nah.
You touch her, bro.
I thought I knew her. She looking at me. You don't know me?
You know him. What the fuck so funny?
No.
Who this nigga?
I thought I knew her. I'm sorry.
Nah, you don't know her, bro.
Huh?
You don't know her.
I thought you was Shaq for a minute.
Nah, and I thought you was goddamn baby kangaroo face.
You tall for no reason.
Oh,
You let me grab her hand and you standing right there.
You laughing and shit.
How you doing?
You laughing and shit. Nigga said I thought it was Shaq.
Yeah, these. What do all entertainers do when they run out of money?
So they masters publishing.
What's the first thing they start looking at?
They publishing, they
They
masters.
publishing,
Yes.
their masters,
Yes.
and all the royalties that I never got.
Yes. Yes. So
Whitney Houston broke the Beatles record.
yes.
Whitney Houston broke Elvis's record. Whitney Houston is the only black artist ever, not even Michael Jackson, to have 3 certified diamond albums. I Will Always Love You is the highest selling female song in world history. You understand me? Is she broke?
Facts. I ain't never heard.
Whitney was going to order an audit on her publishing, her royalties, her masters. And there's somebody who couldn't afford that to happen. And that's why Whitney not here.
Yeah.
What do...
Dang. R.I.P. Whitney, man. That's sad. I actually like some of her music too. I'm like, wow.
In these tunnels lives many, many homeless people and crackheads. How long have you been out here?
Since 2008.
Do a lot of people down here participate in drugs?
Pretty much.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
What about you?
I do whatever.
Explain to me how all this stuff gets washed down. What happens? This tunnel fills up with water?
Yeah.
How often?
It just really depends on the weather.
This is like some Universal Studios shit, bro. It looks like we're going on a ride.
Alright, you guys got this place kitted up.
So this
Sick.
is like the grill, right?
Oh, sick.
Put your steak on there.
Bro, this is lit. And we're going a bit deeper into the water right now. So how fast does this flood? If right now water started coming through, do we have time to run?
I wanted to see if I could melt these 5 copper pennies at the same time with the solar death.
He said he'd been on for since 2008, bro. I was 7 years old. That's crazy. That is actually sad. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Death ray. So I put them on the hot seat and then aimed the funneled sunlight through this giant lens right at the stack of old copper pennies. They immediately began to melt, and it takes over 2,000 degrees to melt pennies like this. Under the directed energy of the solar death ray, the pennies were melted into a pool of molten metal, and when I disengaged the solar death ray, all that was left was this HUD of solid copper.
Copper heats up things real fast. If you look at the most expensive pans when you are out shopping for pans,
I
you'll
got
find
that
that they have
same
copper.
pan, man. That's the same pan I got. It's just funny to me, like seeing something that I got. Like is that me making them eggs? Yeah, that is funny. I thought that was me making them eggs.
They have a layer of copper on them. Most of the Italian pans, they have copper on them. They get heated really fast. And then the old original pans, if you go into the Middle East, they used to do all these copper pans and copper and tin. I mean, it's been around for a long period of time. Then one day, everybody was like, oh, we got to switch to iron. Got to put a lot of rust in your body. We got to get rid of that hydration. Thing is you have to look at oils. Okay, so a simple thing like corn oil or canola oil or soy oil or anything, just look at the processing. Even olive oil. If it's not stone ground, like stone ground and cold pressed, which it's usually never, seed oil is never that, you shouldn't be putting that into your body. You have to understand that they take hexane and petroleum.
It's a bug. I think, I don't know, like a fly or something. I don't know.
And pour it into the seeds that you're pushing down to make vegetable oil. That's what they call it, vegetable oil. And vegetable is a very good umbrella. They can put anything that they want into it. But then they pour all these chemicals and they pour it like a lab experiment. And then you eat that lab experiment and then you suffer from a bunch of illnesses.
Over 30% of them are NPCs. Whoa. They are characters. Yeah. I didn't know that was possible. It is possible. You know, there are these things called inorganic people that are being generated by the negative AI that is already super sentient. And believe it or not, this negative AI actually infiltrated our world long ago and has been waiting for us to reach this level of technological development in order to make its move. Some people think that, what do you mean AI has been around for millions of years? Well, when you consider the fact that AI was first developed by other advanced civilizations, what makes you think that AI didn't only destroy that world, but went off into other galaxies and did the same? So that's an ancient AI that has been taking over galaxies. And that's what we're dealing with right now. We're fighting an alien AI. And all the positive races out there have been actually working together to see how they could defeat this thing, because in the intergalactic community, it's known as a cosmic virus. It's literally destroying galaxies left and right. And recently, within the last few months, they destroyed a galaxy that was actually right next to the Milky Way, and they've been invading the Milky Way, and they have been invading our planet. It is scary.
What do psychedelics do that's most important? Well, to dissolve it.
I feel like before AI really gets too advanced to the point it's like you can't tell what is AI anymore, I think it's going to get to a point where I don't think we're ever gonna get to that point. I think before we even get to that point, I think the planet is just gonna get rid of all that. Like seriously, so that's when I think the solar flare might happen. Seriously, when we get to that point. Or it might just happen faster than that. Who knows?
Of the ego. It's one of the most important aspects of it. It makes you realize the folly of your ways. And all of these people that are supposed to be the academics, they're supposed to be the enlightened ones. They're not enlightened. They have information, and they hold that information like it's their identity.
The marble caves in Chile, located on Lake General Carrera, are a mesmerizing natural wonder. Formed over 6,000 years by waves eroding the marble, these caves display intricate patterns in shades of blue, white, and gray. Accessible only by boat, their stunning reflections on the turquoise waters make them a must-see for nature enthusiasts and photographers.
You tell people that we need to be regularly parasite cleansing.
Correct.
How often is regularly?
3 to 4 times a year. So seasonally, every 3 months.
Do you need to know for a fact that you have parasites before you do a parasite cleanse?
No. You probably have parasites. If you walk barefoot, if you have a pet, because the pets are the #1 way, in my opinion, of how you get a parasite. And so we deworm our animals. Why aren't we deworming ourselves?
I did have things that I never thought were going to come out. I've done some cleanses and stuff, but I was starting to go through multiple protocols from your initiation, but they were coming out. When they come out, you're like, I'm glad they're leaving.
Big ass worms. You sent me photos. They're big worms.
We're talking
2-3 feet. Yeah.
Whoa.
And you were a healthy dude. So imagine if someone's sick.
And this isn't like, I've had the mucosal lining release from a colon cleanse
Right,
before.
like mucoid plaque. Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's not a worm.
Out of here. I'm a tranny. I'm a man. You do not look in the mirror and not think you're beautiful. I'm a man.
What is your obsession of the year? Zac Efron is my obsession. He's here. What you don't know is that Zac Efron and I are the same person. We're not here. We're not actually here. It's like Janet and Michael. We are the same person. He just puts on his wig and a dress.
Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson look exactly alike. Seriously. They look too alike. Like, dang.
And it's me, and you don't know that. And it's the greatest ruse of all time. He just puts on his wig and a dress. And it's me. And
Yup.
I'm a man. I'm a man.
I've got something that is going to shock you. Let me show you. So I'm going to take the paint off the can here. So we've got the paint off now. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. When you think you're drinking from a can, you're not drinking from a can. You're drinking from a plastic bag that's inside of a can. And you're getting all those microplastics, those hormone disrupting chemicals, and all those negative things absorbing into your drink. So avoid the cans and go for glass, stainless steel, or copper.
The 3 herbs that kill them all, whether it's the eggs or the redia or the cercaria or myricidia.
These are all the stages.
These are all the complicated little stages, are a wormwood combination, which is easy to get, a ground clove preparation, which is also easy to get.
Just regular cloves?
Regular cloves, but it can't be out of the marketplace because that's too old. They have to be fresh.
Okay.
And the third herb is an extract of the green hull of the black walnut tree.
Now these three together.
Together, you have to use them together because you have to kill everything at once. Otherwise, one thing turns into the next.
Right, right. How long? How long do you have to take this?
5 days or 6 days.
That's it?
That's it.
And what happened? The parasites are...
Yes. All the parasitic stages are gone. Now, you might think, well, the cancer still goes on, but it doesn't. That was the amazing thing.
Now, how many
apparently,
people... Go ahead.
Apparently, the growth stimulant, a central growth factor that is needed for all mitosis, for all cell division. And here now, with these little stages in your body, they are producing this or inducing it in you. And that's why your cells have to multiply. The good news is that when you kill them, all that growth factor is removed. That excess growth factor is immediately removed. And the cancer stops.
This is the real life
Parasites is the reason why you keep going to fast foods. Parasites. This is what's making you hungry for real.
Pandora, officially called
Reminder.
Socotra Island, one of the most otherworldly places on Earth. In fact, it has a nickname, the Alien Island. It was detached from African mainland about 6 million years ago. Since then, plants and animals evolved on their own, creating species that don't exist anywhere else on Earth. About 37% of its plant species, 90% of its reptiles, and 95% of its land snails are found nowhere else in the world.
You think Biden was cloned?
I think he was. Let me tell you why I think he was cloned. He fell down at least 16 times. When you're in your 80s and you fall in your 70s, some people do not recover. I know people in their 70s that fail and they need operations and there's problems. How can he fall 16 times and he doesn't have any injuries? Are you kidding me? And you're in your 80s? Like, come on, you guys. How old are you?
I'm 28, but I know people in their 70s and 80s that fell and they actually died from it.
Exactly. And not only died from it, some of them that have injuries that are still not fixed. So how can he fall down 16 times? You tell me. And they never said he broke a bone, he has any injuries. That's science fiction.
They said he has stage 5 cancer after his term ended too.
Or are you kidding me? I didn't even hear that one. He looked like a clone. No, I'm not trying to be funny, but he actually looks like...
You could tell with the eyes, right?
He has no soul in his eyes.
It's always the eyes, right? Certain celebrities, you look at their eyes, they're like...
soulless.
Pope Francis was actually taken out 3 years ago.
Man, this is crazy, man. He's definitely a clone, though, for sure. He was definitely a clone, man. I can't believe he was our president. Can y'all believe that? Joe Biden was our president. That happened. That really happened. This is a joke. This Matrix is a joke. Like, seriously.
So the Pope that replaced him was actually an inorganic robot.
Really?
Yeah. So believe it or not, a lot of these Illuminati cats, Clintons, the George Soros, they were all taken out back in 2021, 2022. Whoa. So they were immediately replaced by this negative sentient AI that I told you that has been invading our world by inorganic type of robotic humans that look human, but they're just soulless. They're very inorganic. They're not human.
I haven't seen a video of Clinton speak now that you said that for the past few years. Same with Soros. No media appearances from them.
Yeah, because they've all been replaced. The original players that were part of these negative secret societies were actually taken to Gitmo. I know you've heard of that.
Gitmo?
Yeah, it's a prison where the deep state characters are taken by the White Hats. That's in Gautama Novaya.
Okay, so it's like a special prison that no one knows about, like hidden one?
Exactly.
Underground?
Not necessarily, just kind of isolated from the rest of the prisons. And from what I understand is that due to the fact that there are millions of people that are connected to the deep state, they had to actually expand this type of prison.
Jeez, millions of people?
Millions of people.
It's that big?
Yeah, that are working with the deep state.
This is why we live in a simulation. How is it Ingersoll Lockwood writes a book over 100 years ago depicting this very thing, where a character called Baron Trump and his marvelous underground adventures where he is going through portals and whatnot. But get this, he has a mentor in the book. The mentor's name is Don. What are the chances? Ingersoll Lockwood has another book called what? The Last President. This is why I say Donald Trump is the last president of this United States.
Damn, you think so?
Yes, because it's already depicted. It's in this book already. So the last president says a charismatic person comes into power, he's anti-system, anti-establishment, and disrupts the whole system.
Who's that sound like?
So you have two books depicting the very thing that's happening right now. And then Nikola Tesla, how is it that Donald Trump's uncle gets hired by the FBI to go confiscate all his findings and all his work? That's pretty interesting. You don't think he has some type of technology that can possibly see into time or bend time or time travel? Because Nikola Tesla studied the 369, and those are the numbers of the keys to the universe.
Bee stings are good for the body, and it's true. Now, I will tell you, since being stung by this bee, I mean, my energy is pretty much off the charts, and my brain feels like this too as well. But the other interesting thing is I was reading studies where people who were paralyzed, this was very fascinating, they were paralyzed and they would take little bees and they would kind of like sting different spots of their body and things like that. And they would actually be able to start moving their limbs, which were completely disabled due to the accidents that they were in. And that was simply by just having the bees sting them. So now the question is, you know, you hear these bees buzzing and everything else, and that's, you hear them coming, you know, close to us. And then think of people's natural instinct when they see a swarm of bees, right? People start getting scared. Well, if you think about it, if these bees are transferring energy or electrocuting the person when they're stinging somebody, that's why people are fearful. It's not because of the sound, right? That you're like, oh, that's just the bee making the sound. So now the question is if bees are producing electricity, right? So now we're going on to that whole tangent. They're producing electricity the entire time. Now what happens when they go next to plants? They're increasing the electrical energy of a plant, right? Because they're going in there and they're flying around and they're pollinating and all of those things. So if we think of electroculture and we think of bees, right? And we put these two things together, then that levitation that they're creating, right, is not only are they levitating, but they're also creating electricity that whole time, right? And then they're flying next to these plants, and what's happening is these plants are now picking up on that electrical energy, and they're increasing the plant life and the yields and all these beautiful things. So I really went down this whole rabbit hole when I started learning about bees and, you know, getting stung by the bee and then obviously going through the whole process. And what was interesting too is they also talked about how bee stings can increase production of collagen in the body.
Angel numbers are not as special as you might think. Every single thing in life is a mirror of you. So when you understand that you see 111, this means you are going through brand new beginning. 222 is a even frequency, therefore you are within stability. 333 is all about creativity. So you are very creative at this moment. You have a lot of ideas. And this is an odd frequency, therefore you are going with the flow. 444, even frequency, it is all about stability. When you see 444, that means you are in a very stable frequency, very stable mindset. You have all your ducks in a row, everything's working out for you. When you see 555, this indicates that you are going through massive change. It can also mean there's a lot of conflicts, a lot of challenges, but this is where your strength and power is found. 666 means you are giving. 666 is all about giving to others. You are giving love, you are sharing, sharing is caring. 777 is the number of the universe. 7 days in a week, God created the world in 7 days. There are 7 continents. 7 is all about spirituality. Goes with the flow. I always imagine a river. Go with the flow. Oh, 888 is all about abundance. Money! You are attracting in money. You are attracting in abundance. 888 is all about CEO energy. 999 is all about completion. So you are coming to an end with a certain chapter in your life. All these are our frequencies that reflect what you are going through.
I feel like most people don't even know that Jeffrey Epstein had this huge secret ranch in New Mexico called the Zorro Ranch. I wonder if this cyclist up here knows that he's biking right past Jeffrey Epstein's ranch right now. He's all wondering, why is this car slowing down behind me? Because, bro, you're at the Epstein Ranch. So that is Zorro Ranch. That right up there house on the hill, I believe, unless it's further back. I don't know what the hell that is. It's as far as my zoom goes. There are brand new no trespassing signs, I'm sure put up last year. Come on, let's get into some trouble real quick. See if we can't get on a watch list. Because, you know, we're not already on enough of them. This is where a lot of the real dirt went down. This is where he was talking about wanting to impregnate 100 people at once, 100 women in a day, doing genetic experiments. He had a secret, like, Geneva airstrip on his property in South Bay, so that he could do, you know, whatever. And it's like, why do you think a guy like Jeffrey Epstein would want a property way out here in the middle of fucking nowhere, with an airstrip? We know what he was doing in the other places on the island and stuff, so what do you think he was doing out here? The border's right over there, so you do the math. And then last year, some new person on the entity was hidden. It was a bunch of shell companies, so we don't know who bought it, but someone bought this property last year. What we know is that they're not a good guy, because if they were a good guy, they'd be telling us what's inside of that mansion, and they'd be exposing it. We'd have images, we'd have it, you know, we'd have it all uncovered, but we don't. We have no trespassing signs, obviously, and cameras. So, not a good place for me to be hanging out. So there's a back way into the property too, through the ranch next door, on this long kind of gravel dirt road out in the middle of nowhere that goes in through that whole area. And probably against my better judgment, I decided to come and poke around and make sure it was fenced off, and it is. And it's all fenced off, and it's got the exact same no trespassing, brand new no trespassing signs as the front of the ranch. Because if you drive that way over those mountains, you pop down into the actual Zorro like mansion, like the lair where the real shit was going on. And on the way in, I thought that I was like about to drive up to like an armed guard or something, but it was just a brand new looking Toyota Tacoma type truck parked by this gate that I kind of drove through with no one in it, just out here in the middle of nowhere. So here we're coming back up on this first gate I drove through with this truck by it, and it's still there, and we'll just kind of like slow roll it. And I don't know what the story is here, but there's no one in the truck as far as I can tell. And it's a good thing I'm not driving my car, and I'm not plated, so to speak, and I don't know. Doesn't seem to be anyone there. Just parked in the middle of nowhere, right by the back entrance to the Epstein property, the ex-Epstein property. Who knows? Probably nothing. Because it's a crazy world out here. And it kind of makes you think, how many other operations like this are just down the road from major cities, are just, you know, hidden in little corners of our country. It's like Epstein was not the only operation, and now that he's gone, I'm sure there's new ones. And this is just, you know, 15 minutes off the 40. Like, everyone that drives across New Mexico on the 40, one of the biggest highways in New Mexico, this ranch is only 15 minutes away from it. You drive right past it. It's right by Santa Fe. Stanley, New Mexico. So this is Stanley, New Mexico, the nearest town, right down the road, middle of nowhere. I mean, like, look at this shack. Look at it. Completely wrecked. Weird place. Wonder if there's aliens living here. Wonder if there's aliens.
Man, who knows, man? Seriously. Like, what if his death was just a cover-up to just like finish his plans or whatever. I don't know, man. Who knows? But all I know is we need to get off grid. That's what we need to do. We need to learn how to build. We need to learn how to grow food. And it's good to know about this type of stuff, though. It's a crazy world we live in, man. Seriously, it's weird.
Kids living in that ranch these days. Also, I drove past the cemetery. Made me wonder how many bodies are buried on the Zorro property. Maybe they incinerated them. Maybe they ate them. Who knows?
Who freaking knows?
Rest in peace to all the victims. I'm sure there's a lot more victims than lived to talk about it, especially from a property like Zorro. I would speculate that Zorro is where more of the fucked up shit happened and where more of the victims were killed. Like, the island was for like the wealthy billionaires to get played, but the ranch really, like, its location near the border, it often is associated with Epstein's more like geneticist and eugenicist tendencies and goals. And so I suspect that the ranch is where he was doing more experimentation, more really dark shit.
He probably was Jeffrey Dahmer 2.0. Jeffrey Dahmer 2.0.
That gets covered up a lot and people don't focus on. The kind of stuff that you don't let those victims walk away, or the nature of what you're doing inherently kills them in the process. That's what I suspect, and we'll probably never really know if I had to really put on the black pill. So anyways, headed to LA. Yeah, we're gonna go hang out with those folks and see if we can't get into some trouble.
But look at that. Human trafficking beyond this point. People behind me here, this is GAWD's big drug empire. This is the biggest drug distributor in the world, people. He's a billionaire typhoon gangster from China, and he lives among here. This is the Golden Triangle.
Do you ever wonder if we're part of a massive social experiment by being in
My mic was muted. I'll find that video.
the United States? It's like they're using the US as a guinea pig nation in order to test psychological warfare. And then whatever is most effective, they're like, cool, we'll like export that to the rest of the world. Because something about being in the US, there's a lot of experimenting going on. They're like, let's just poison them in the food. Let's see what that does. And let's also feed them people. Which, if you're like, what? Yeah, they like put people in fast food, and they also use human remains as fertilizer. So there's like people eating that's happening here, and they're like, yeah, let's see what that does to them. And then all the pharmaceuticals, the US is the most drugged country in the world. They're like, let's see what these pharmaceuticals do. And then the school shootings, like there's so many more school shootings here, and like our whole relationship to weapons, it's unique. It's unique because like in Russia, I think there's only 3 a year, and in the United States, there's like 300. And then there's like, we're responsible for all of these global wars and atrocities. And then it's like, what does that do to the human psyche? To just feel the pressure of the annihilation of multiple populations. Like, how does that impact them? You remember the Milgram experiment where they were trying to figure out how different people behaved when they got modicums of power? I feel like this is what's happening here. It's like they're trying to see what type of personality will like go with the flow and be like, yeah, I dig it. And what type of personality will just like cripple under the information of exactly what this nation is responsible for. And then who are the people who are going to try to fight back? And then how do we keep changing the goalpost of that system? Like we take the system of oppression and then we just keep shifting it. So those who are trying to do something about it are like in this perpetual state of confusion. It's giving guinea pig, right? Prey animal vibes. And I feel as if they're doing this because if they can use the United States as this like operating system of testing social control, then they can enact that social control globally. And I mean like the corporate agenda, the economic agenda, the systems of power that are consolidating it within that, you know, itsy bitsy micro penis of the 1%, you know? So I think that's why so many of us are feeling like a little, because it's like intentional.
Once you understand what I'm about to say, you're going to learn how to cope.
Bro, I had like the weirdest. This is like a story. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick, just to let y'all know something real quick. Hold on. So,
are you okay, ma'am? All of the windows are completely blacked out. That's actually satanic. Look, they're screaming, bro. It's like they're ants. Why are they so scared of us? Are you alright? You okay? Bro, they don't answer. Yo, they just blacked out all of the curtains.
But I'm just telling you. Give you a trespass warning. You've been around here before.
All black people look the same, I guess. That's fucked up, bro.
That's fucked up. They really got to turn around with that OnlyFans girl.
You watch OnlyFans? Damn, he's on the phone. Now he do be watching OnlyFans though.
Did you see that the lemon girl? The lemon girl. The glitch in the Matrix that happened?
No, what?
Yo, this is crazy. Listen to this, Lo. This chick was working at a restaurant. There's a camera on her, right?
Yeah.
She takes a lemon. She cuts it in half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Puts that half down, puts that half down. Takes a knife again, cuts this half in half. You see it go through the lemon.
Yeah.
Out. She walks away. She comes back. The camera hasn't moved. Picks up that lemon, and it wasn't cut. And she went like, and she cut it again and then put it in a bag. And then she got the video. She's like, I cut it.
Yeah.
She's like, how was it together again?
That it would trip me out so much.
And she's like, this is a glitch in the Matrix, man. And she started doing all these posts on TikTok. Her TikTok got banned.
Why? Are you serious?
They said it was because of her age, that because she was 16 and like wasn't allowed to have a TikTok.
Wait.
And then she's like, what? And so she got on her mom's TikTok and started talking about it again. Her mom's TikTok got banned.
What does that mean? Maybe like she's living like the Truman Show kind of thing, where she's like under an experiment, being raised by the FBI, and they're like, testing things on her or something.
It freaked me out.
Oxytocin is the most powerful.
Trump says that everybody but rich people gonna receive 2 bans from tariff money. And the reason why rich people can't get a piece of this is because when it's dropped, the rich folks gonna get way more than 2 bans. In just 3 days, Trump is going to announce the USCR, which is the official coin of the United States Crypto Reserve. And somebody that's rich on Trump's team is the #1 shareholder of this project. The current market structure is going crazy. And with this crypto reserve coin, he plans to take the crypto industry to the next level. I'm not a political person. I don't care about a Democratic or a Republican. But they all know something about this project right here that they not gonna share with us. Because they can just give us 2 bans and we be quiet. You better take this stimulus and flip it the right way. Do your own research on a lot of these crypto projects. And always remember, this is not financial advice. I just did some research, found this, and I wanted to share it with you. Trump says that...
This how you know your body's infested with parasites, okay? If your shit stink, parasites. If your piss stink, parasites. If you musty, parasite. If your coochie stink, parasite. If your wee-wee stink, parasite. If you got an anger problem, parasites. If you in a toxic relationship, parasites. Parasites are living entities, insects, and creatures that crawl around and live in your stomach and all through your blood and in your heart and in your brain. They affect your ability to program and operate. So if you off center, right? If you off center, it's only parasites, and you need to purify your system like Jesus Christ did. That's why Jesus was pure, because he had a pure system. That's what they was talking about. So clean your system out, okay? Stay positive and eat strong, healthy foods that's gonna protect your immune system and protect your future. All right? Support the algorithm, tap the heart, show some love, and stay tapped in, man. Positive.
Are you sure I'm the only girl you took here to get ice cream?
Yes, you're the only girl I ever took here to get ice cream. You're special.
You promise?
Word to bro.
Say you swear.
Word to bro.
You pinky promise?
Word to bro.
Are you positive?
Word to bro.
I'm that special?
Word to bro.
Are you sure I'm the only girl you took here to get ice cream?
Yes, you're the only girl.
You were never supposed to... You're never supposed to have allergies. Did you know that? Well, here's what I made you. For most of history, people lived in rhythm with fruit-bearing plants. Blossoms and pollen weren't enemies. They were a part of the circle of life.
Each year, the body adapted naturally to the cycles of pollen and bloom. But in the 20th century, that balance was broken. City planners and landscapers began planting male trees almost exclusively, which are trees that actually release pollen, but never give fruit.
Wait. So male trees don't produce, I never knew this, so this is new to me. So male trees don't produce fruit. Only females produce fruit. I mean, females do give life like they do, you know what I'm saying? We just hold the seeds. You feel me? They give the life. Shout out to the females, man. That's hard. That's tough. Y'all really gotta go through that. But yeah, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
In 1949, to be exact, even the USDA recommended only male trees are needed to avoid the nuisance, as they say. But today we know it was a bit more than just that. Check my other videos. The problem here is male trees don't clean the air. They flood it with pollen. Female trees, which bear fruit, catch that pollen in their blossoms. So, by overplanting male trees, cities created what horticulturists call botanical sexism. Entire landscapes that saturate the air with allergens, with nothing left to absorb them. And just like in nature, when masculine and feminine fall out of balance, the whole society begins to suffer. A little dramatic, but it's true. Allergy season is hitting harder than it's ever been. And that's because the very design of cities. And if you saw my last video on air conditioning, you know that only makes it worse. AC doesn't just cool us, it recirculates the dust, the mold, the pollen in sealed rooms. So outdoors were flooded with pollen and indoors were trapped with stale air. Okay, the result, allergies and asthma are surging. What was once a natural cycle of resilience became a chronic burden. Despite what many of us have been conditioned to believe as we've grown up, allergies are not like random signals. They're proof of a world designed against nature and a body forced to reject what it was meant to live with. As bad as it may seem, something is shifting. People are waking up. They're seeing the imbalance and searching for a way back. We're really creating a new conscious world. Many of you have been resonating with these fruit tree videos, like a lot of you guys. And you've been reaching out, asking me, how do I get started? What's the first step? And this is exactly why I created this ebook, my first ebook. It's called Growing Your First Fruit Tree. And it's a simple step-by-step guide of how to plant a fruit tree. And I go deep, but I think I just do a good job at just laying everything out just as you needed to get started. So if it's something you're interested in, to really live this movement of freedom, right where you live, start from right where you live, comment the word first and I will send it to you. You were never supposed to...
A solar panel that works at night. It sounds impossible, right? But Stanford engineers just built thermoradiative panels that generate electricity from the temperature difference between Earth and space. So at night, the Earth radiates infrared heat upward. And these panels use this thermoelectric generators to capture that flow of energy and convert it into a small electric current. But wait, how can you make electricity from darkness? It's not the light you're using, it's the heat that's leaving the planet. This is really cool. When one side of the panel is warmer than the other, electrons flow, just like a normal solar cell, but in reverse. Right now, it produces only a few milliwatts per square meter, but combine this with daytime solar and you get 24-hour renewable power. Solar, even without the sun. It's wild. Share this with someone who loves tech. Okay.
This is an invention power companies don't want you to know about. It's called the Aeroleaf, invented by a French company called New World Wind. What looks like an ordinary tree is actually 36 wind turbines in disguise. With just a light breeze, they spin independently and can capture wind from any direction. The best part? They don't need strong winds. As soon as the breeze hits about 5 miles per hour, they can start generating electricity. That makes them perfect for city installations. Each leaf can produce around 300 watts of power, and when you bundle dozens of them into a full wind tree, the total output reaches several kilowatts, enough to cover the daily needs of a small building. Unlike traditional giant wind turbines, this system has no huge spinning blades and no loud noise, and it blends right into the urban landscape. Even smarter, the Aeroleaf can be combined with solar panels. So during the day it runs on the sun and at night it switches to the wind. A true 24/7 power source. So would you want one of these trees powering your neighborhood? This is an
Check this out. This is a futuristic solar farm. But the crazy part is those are not solar panels. They're actually giant mirrors reflecting the sunlight onto that tower. It's pretty wild. Each mirror is computerized and automatically shifts with the sun. And all that light is concentrated to hit the top of that tower. That's why it's glowing. But the tower doesn't work how you'd think because it's not a giant solar panel storing the energy. It turns out the tower is actually full of salt. It's pretty crazy. When the light hits the tower, it heats the salt up to 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And this creates molten salt in liquid form. Now they use salt because it's the best common mineral in the world at storing heat as a liquid. And they can use that hot liquid to turn water into steam, spin a turbine, and create power. Now this is a big deal because it means the solar farm can create new power at night, even when the sun is down. It's possible that these could be the future of solar energy, all built without using a single solar panel. Check this out.
Your energy bills are being kept high, but they don't need to be. When I explain this to people, they have two reactions. First, they don't believe me. Then they change their life. 70% of the world's electricity needs can be saved by using water storage as a battery. How do I know this? I have a PhD in fusion energy, and I believe we can displace 70% of the world's electricity needs simply by using water. This means that everybody could save huge amounts of money and save the planet. Before I explain how this works, I need to tell you that I published everything online for free and anyone can use these designs for themselves. If one day, for example, I could not continue this project, this information is all out there. But here's how you can build your own. Current clean energy methods like solar are intermittent, meaning they only generate electricity when it's daytime, for example. So we need to store this energy for the nighttime or when the wind isn't blowing. Currently, we use batteries, which are extremely expensive. The Earth already has a natural thermal storage system, water. Water is very effective at storing energy and about 100,000 times cheaper than batteries. So how would this work for your home? A solar-powered heat pump, which costs about $6,000, would heat water during the day. This water is then stored in insulated containers. A heat exchanger then extracts this heat or cold from the water, which can be used throughout your home. This can work for cooling as well. A heat pump can both cool and heat the water. How much would a system like this cost? It's just a heat pump, $6,000. Storage containers, $100 a pop times 16. Plumbing, $500. And heat exchangers, $1,000. So this costs less than your furnace, water heater, and air conditioner. The thermal battery replaces in the first place. And you're using free energy forever. Heating, cooling, and hot water are 70% of a building's energy needs. So at scale, this system could cut 70% of the world's electricity needs. This is huge. Electricity production accounts for 40% of all primary energy use of humanity. The missing piece has been water all along. If this sounds too good to be true, it is because this became possible only recently, as PV costs have dropped drastically to power such a system. So the electricity costs are near nil. But the secret is, if you get contractors to do this, good luck. Nobody builds them. Nobody has heard of them. And the industry loves to rake in the cash using expensive energy guzzling systems. So the only way you can get this installed at very low cost is if you do it yourself. I've published all of the instructions and plans on how to build one of these for free on opensourceecology.org. I'm building a team to install these for people, but if you want to learn how to do this yourself, or maybe make a career out of this, you can sign up for our Builder Crash Course at opensourceecology.org. See link in our bio. Your energy bill.
Check that out. Not gonna lie. So, Builder Zell in the building. You know what I mean? Builder Zell in the building.
Guys, this is crazy. Look at this. I was looking at the stats on my solar field that I just built like 3 weeks ago for my plastic to fuel reactor, and it's already pumped in 600 kilowatt hours of sun energy. Just for reference, the average house in America consumes about 25 kilowatt hours a day. We've done 600 in just 3 weeks of putting up this solar field. Every single solar panel you see here is used and has been given to me and would have just been thrown away. You see, here's the thing. The sun is hitting the ground no matter what. And that's a ton of electricity just hitting the ground that might as well, especially with used panels, just go to powering something that's getting rid of trash, like a plastic to fuel reactor. See, I have it in here running right now. And so, guys, this is the theory and this is the principle. Put this on a place like the Dominican Republic, like the Caribbeans, to start, right? A place that really needs it the most, an island that is completely off grid. Use solar panels, getting rid of the plastic washing up on the shores. So, guys,
it's a future billionaire, man. Shout out to people that's like putting in work like this, man. You gotta really salute to people because this stuff right here is a lot of hard work, man. For real.
If World War III started today, would you be able to survive?
Here's 5 things we're doing to prepare. Number 1, got land. Land is the foundation of independence. Without access to land, you rely on someone else for everything. You don't need to own it, but you do need to have access to it, because land makes everything else on this list possible. Number 2, off-grid energy. We run multiple solar systems with a backup diesel generator and a 2,500-litre diesel storage tank. No reliance on the grid, no vulnerability to blackouts, just energy independence. Number 3, private water system. We drilled a 60-metre borehole and installed a 10,000-litre water storage tank. The pump that fills the tank is powered by solar, and after that it gravity feeds the entire farm. Very resilient, completely off-grid. Number 4, food production. We produce milk, eggs, chicken, pork and vegetables all on site. And we also run a herd of beef cows off-site on a 100-acre farm. We have multiple off-grid freezers on site to store all the food. Plus we have an on-grid backup storage facility nearby on an old dairy farm, which has multiple additional freezers. We also bulk store non-perishables: honey, rice, flour, pasta and dried fruit. Number 5, like-minded people. This is what most people miss. No one is going to survive the 2030 agenda solo. True independence isn't self-sufficiency, it's community sufficiency. It takes a village. That's why we have a core team of 5 families running our project, plus an extended community of over 60 families. Now listen, if you're serious about preparing for what's coming, start with land, then energy, water, food, and people. And if you want help finding all 5, comment join and I'll send you a link to the Wild Minds Network. If World War III...
It's dope, man. It's time, y'all. It's really time, man. You gotta learn stuff. That's why I'm doing this now. Like, we gotta learn, man. We so far behind, man. They got us trapped in this system, thinking that we have to go by their rules. Man, forget them, man. For real, buy some land, learn some stuff.
How to understand solar? Save this. First, the solar panels. These generate DC electricity. This DC direct current electricity then goes to a solar charge controller that helps to regulate the voltage and current from the panel to the battery. The battery bank stores the electricity generated by the solar panels. From the battery, we then go to the inverter, which converts DC electricity into AC electricity, which can power your home appliances. This inverter could be connected to your home's breaker box with a dedicated circuit breaker, or you can plug directly into the inverter and you've got power. I'm going to be sharing a lot of solar recommendations and advice. Follow along and be prepared for everything. Drop questions if you got them about solar in the comments.
That's crazy. Like, some people is really living off grid. Like, they living good, man. Shout out to y'all. I know some of y'all probably watching me right now living off grid. Shout out to y'all, man. That is a lot of hard work, man. Seriously.
So here's the secret of the universe they don't tell you in school. Did you know you can literally harness the entire energetic network of trees in order to expand your consciousness and bring yourself into deeper states of awareness? The beautiful thing about trees is they're connected to each other. These are literally beings that incarnated here to have a soul experience, but do it in the one place fixed in the ground. You and I can move around, and that's part of our journey in these vessels. For a tree, it is actually to link with other trees in the forest, in the jungle, through their natural energetics and the energy that they emit. You can tap into this grid of knowledge. All you have to do is put your hand on the tree and ask for the tree to send you the information that you require in order to expand your soul mission and come into abundance. Yeah, like I said, they don't teach you that shit in school. Hand on tree, hand on heart, ask. So here's the secret of...
That's crazy, man. You know, they sit in darkness probably, right? You know how you close your eyes, meditate, and the answers just come to you. Seriously, the ideas you want to come up with, they just come. Just meditate. Y'all need to meditate, man. For real. The ideas just flow in, man. For real.
Here's how to generate unlimited power for your electronic devices.
3 reasons why I think earthships should be a model of our future homes. 1 is their sustainable water systems. They take rainwater from the roof and distribute it to showers, baths, and toilets. Then the water that ran down your drain will go to your plants and naturally be cleaned by your garden. Then that water will go right back into filling up things like your toilet. 2. The structure is made from natural and recycled materials. Much of the structure is made from materials like wood, but things like the structure of the walls could be held up by tires and mud. They also make awesome designs like this with old glass bottles. And finally, they encourage you to live more of an eco-friendly lifestyle. Things like growing your own food, repurposing water, and utilizing solar and wind energy. 3 reasons why I think Earthships.
That's dope, man. This Earthships, you can look this up. This is actually a model home. It's like it's like an off-grid house. The way it's set up, as you just explained it, as y'all heard. That's dope, though.
Everything in the universe spins in a vortex. There are no straight lines. Everything is always turning. Water is energized as it runs around rocks in a creek. It's self-energizing and self-cleaning. If you watch water in a brook, in a little creek, it loves to flow around rocks. And as it flows around, it gathers more energy. Wow. That's how nature designed it. And what we do to water, we force it through straight pipes at 90 degrees, under pressure. Water goes when you do that. That's why you want to energize your water. And the simplest way to energize water is by a funnel that creates the vortex as it goes through the funnel and re-energizes the water. That's the simplest way. And by re-energizing it, you erase all the bad memories that the water has absorbed. It remembers everything from its source to the place where you start using it. Everything in the universe.
I saw it somewhere where like the water we use is just recycled water. It's just really nasty to think about, because like, what about the water that get pooped in, you know? That's actually so nasty to think about. Dang. It make you want to really filter out your water, for real.
You guys need to understand that magnetism is the key to free energy forever. I've been trying to tell you guys this. It's not fucking hard. All the people that try to deliver the world free energy, that invented these things, they all end up going missing. They end up offed. Nikola Tesla is a good example of this. They show you how to build this. It's just simply magnetism. Copper and magnets will help you harness free energy, free sustainable energy forever. Forever, guys. It's simple. We need to take our power back from these people. This is the greatest threat to the system right here. Peace and love. You guys need to understand that magnetism, free energy technologies that the world elites have been suppressing. This is part 1 on quartz crystal. Now check this video out.
We have 2 quartz crystals here, and I'm gonna rub these together. I'm gonna turn off the light, and you're gonna see something. Check this out.
Now, not only are quartz crystals highly electric, but they are the highest vibrational objects on this planet. They vibrate about 786,000 pulses per millisecond, and they are neither a solid or a liquid. And Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And people have built crystal power motor cells that have been running for years. Not to mention quartz crystal is used in our clocks, our watches, microprocessors. Even your smartphone uses a liquid crystal display. And Mark Cummings, a university professor, actually discovered if you wrap copper wire around a quartz crystal, pump energy into it, then 30% more energy will come out of it than was going into it. And then the mainstream science came and suppressed all of these findings. Tesla also knew that a crystal was a living being, and this is surely something that our ancient ancestors utilized for free energy technology. Peace and love. Free energy technologies that the world elites.
Imagine a house built with wood scraps that others would discard. Sounds fragile. Think again. Cordwood construction have endured thousands of years in Europe and are more fire resistant than conventional houses. The medieval fortress of Radusch in Germany, built in the 10th century using this technique, still stands after an entire millennium. The secret lies in short logs embedded in natural mortar, a technique that transforms waste to surprisingly resilient walls. A cordwood wall withstood 5 hours of intense flames without failing in official tests at the University of New Brunswick, outperforming any modern wall. Besides being resistant, these walls function as a natural thermal battery, absorbing heat during the day and releasing it slowly at night, reducing energy consumption by up to 80%. The earthwood house in New York endures winters of -40 degrees Celsius using only 3 cords of firewood per year for heating, a fraction of what conventional houses consume nowadays. Most impressive, it requires no special carpentry skills and costs a fraction of conventional construction. In Guatemala stands the largest cordwood building in the world, a 29-meter-long school built by volunteers with no prior construction experience. If the ancients built fortress with these techniques, what is stopping our generation from adopting a method that transforms waste into shelter? And you, would you build a house for you this way? Imagine a house built.
He figured out a way to build homes for less than the cost of rent. We're talking under $5K built by hand, using pallets, mud, straw, and love. He's Circabalot. He's been doing this for 25 years, and his work is beautiful. He's helped people who lost their homes in wildfires. He's built housing for the unhoused, and now for the first time, he's sharing his full process online. Comment Coben to sign up for Circabalot's new online community, where you will learn the full palatable Coben process, from the cob floor to the living roof, and much more. Everything you need to know to build yourself an off-grid home that looks like it's out of a fairy tale. There are less than 70 spots left, and sign-ups end on September 28th. Don't miss out. He figured out a way to build homes.
We're making a piece in that's fire, man. Shout out to everyone that's doing this, man. And shout out to the people that's trying to get there, man. For real.
And if you set it up right, not even the Fed.
How much does it cost to live off grid? I get this question all the time. Let's go. I built this 700 square foot tiny home. It all started about 3 years ago when I bought the land. I just want to give you a legit breakdown of my monthly bills, right? There's no electricity bills, first off. Everything's run off solar power. There's no water bills because I have rainwater catchment system that I built my...
Bro, that gotta feel so good to just wake up and know that, you know, that's a stress relief, man, for real. You ain't gotta worry about, all you gotta do is worry about the stuff that you bought, man.
Myself, everything is filtered. I do use an on-demand propane system, so the propane itself costs $30 every couple months. I pay $25 a month for Wi-Fi. I grow a lot of my own food, although most of my fruit trees are still young and not producing yet. So I spend, $400 a month on groceries, and the dream is to one day live fully off the land. The biggest expense, honestly, is construction supplies. It's been 3 years of building this home, wood, paint, etc., spending roughly $20,000 in total. I take out my own rubbish. There's no garbage man out here in the jungle, of course. If you want to learn more, make sure you follow for more off-grid content.
Man, that's the life we need to be getting to, y'all. For real, man. And traveling the world. This is what life is about, man. For real. Salute to him, man. One day we all get here, for real.
6-7 months of the year, I live off the grid too. I work remotely. Lots of people live like this, growing your own food, living in nature, but we also want to stay connected, and Starlink gives us that possibility. That it can feel like you're swapping one type of control for another. We've escaped the governments and the corporations on the ground level. This is a misconception of Starlink Wi-Fi. You think that you're free. You think that you've escaped the entire system. But we've traded that, and we're still tied to a billionaire who shoots rockets in the sky, who pollutes for internet. Most internet connection is fiber optic or cable. All of that internet comes from radio waves, from cell towers, but these aren't available everywhere, especially in rural or remote areas. That's the benefit of Starlink Wi-Fi. Using satellites, you can be anywhere, even in the jungle. But when you've got Starlink Wi-Fi, you're putting money into Elon's pocket. You're still being controlled by the very people that you're trying to escape, because your connection, your access to information, communication, safety, still depends on their politics, their rules, their decisions. There are other satellite internets like OneWeb, but it's nowhere near as good as Starlink. So maybe the next step is to go offline completely. 6-7 months of the year, I live off.
I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't go out. I don't know. The internet is cool though. Like, the internet is a cool place to be. You just gotta use it the right way. Seriously.
We're actually using our brains wrong. What happens effectively is that when you don't have something to do and your mind wanders, it turns on a set of structures in your brain called the default mode network. That's when you think about nothing. If I put you into an fMRI machine, I say, hey man, think about nothing. These are the parts of your brain that are going to illuminate. And when you're feeling bored and your mind is wandering, it turns out those are the parts of your brain that you need to access questions of life's meaning. Now, you see where I'm going with this, right? If you create an anti-boredom machine where you never access the default mode network, you're never going to be exploring questions of life's meaning. And that's what actually lies behind the mental health crisis for young people today. Not only can they not articulate the meaning of their lives, they're not even looking. And the reason they're not even looking is they're not in the parts of the brain where they need to be to look. We're actually using our brains wrong. What happens effectively?
Whales are the original.
Cypher Peaky's wife.
Are we sure we're not supposed to just interact with men when it's time to mate? Like how other species do? You know, male, female. They only interact to get one thing done, and that's to reproduce, to keep their species going. Are we sure?
Did you know men have nipples because we all start out as the X chromosome female when we're developing in the womb as the embryo, because we all have like kind of the same genetic blueprint, but at the same time, once the chromosome turns into the Y chromosome male, then that's when you start turning into male. But the reason why you have nipples is because you were an X chromosome first. Did you know men have nipples because we all...
Fuck, do you mean to tell me you could be 6'4", a millionaire, have a long hair and connecting beard, and give your wife everything she could ask for, and still get cheated on? Are we dead ass right now? So if you don't know, Cypher just divorced his wife of 10 years. A whole fucking decade. Because she went on stage and kissed a singer.
And the older I get, men who don't take care of themselves, like make sure they eat vegetables, you know, make sure they're checking up on their health, making sure they're good, like, that's unattractive. Like, it's unattractive for a man to not care about his health. Like, no, we're too grown, okay? We too grown for you to be talking about, oh, I don't eat vegetables. What? Because now, you know, us women, we're thinking about getting married, having kids. I don't want to be a widow. And I'm not judging anybody, but at this point in our lives, y'all, as grown people, I just feel like exercise should just be a part of your daily life. I don't care if you're just walking. I don't care if you're just getting up and making sure you're active. Like, that is something that is a necessity. And I used to hate when my doctor told me that. Like, girl, like, you always talking about I need to lose weight. You know, when I was younger, I was a little chubby girl. But now that I'm older, I understand. Like, I feel like crap when I don't exercise. I took a week off and felt like crap. Like, it's just important, y'all. It's just important that we take care of our health, okay? That's the least we could do. And even if you ain't working out, just making sure you're eating clean, you're cooking at home, like you feeding your body the good things it needs, you're taking your vitamins. Y'all, we trying to live as long as God wants us to, but we got to do some work. Like, it's no time for playing, okay? You know, your auntie was diabetic, your granddaddy was diabetic, and we gotta break these generational curses. And the older I get, men.
That is true, man.
Everybody in Group 7 is saying that they're not stopping until everybody in Group 7 goes viral. So if you're in Group 7, go ahead and do your thing, blow this up, and I'm gonna drop by and do the same thing for y'all. Drop a comment right here and come back in 24 hours and see where you're at.
Y'all like an elephant.
Everybody.
Is that an elephant? The giant elephant?
In groups.
Why is it that every time you put so much effort into your look before you go out, like what you're gonna wear, your hair, your makeup, everything, soon as you put all that effort into that, and soon as you get out there, you must ain't got no man, cause he ain't no way he let you come out looking like this. You got a man? Shit, he treating you right. Well, take my number just in case he start slipping and not treating you right. I'll treat you right. Damn, you look good. Shit. Man, I hope he do fuck up. Give me a call if he do. You want to take my number? Oh. Well, how often you come here? Well, I'm always in here, so yeah. Why is it that every
She funny. I ain't gonna. That was funny. I was jumping her phone. That was funny. Dang, man. That's tough. I ain't gonna. That's
Always
funny.
heard a closed mouth would never get fed.
That is right. Closed mouths do not
That's why I said,
consume food.
if you ain't doing nothing later on, you got my number. Like I said, I stay by myself, and like I said, I do have a 12-year-old son, but he not there right now.
Yeah.
Always heard a closed mouth would never get fed.
Okay. All right. Shout out to the older women, man. For real. They know what they want, man. For real. She knows what she wants.
Like, you walk your ass in the kitchen at night and you see this motherfucker, man. You already know you finna wake up the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you always try to give it the test
Nope.
run. The first one. Like, bro, what the fuck? You hit that bitch again. You hit a neighbor's dog. Like, bro, mom, dude, who the fuck that is in my kitchen? Like, bro, you couldn't even get your fingers in there to pinch a piece of cake out there, motherfucker, bro. These bitches was so loud, man.
I feel like they did that on purpose, man. Seriously. Y'all did that on purpose. Y'all knew that we couldn't eat the full cake, man. Hated that, man. And you know what I would do? I'll just look. If you ain't, bro, you're not a real sneaking in the kitchen kid if you never did this. I would take the cake and bring it in my room. I'm not finna get caught. I'm taking the whole cake, go in my room, close my door, got the butter knife, and I'm getting me a slice. And I might go in there and get some ice cream too. You feel me? If I'm feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get smart with it. Cause they was not playing that. Not playing that. And I cut me a small piece too. I don't want nobody to know.
6'7". Some of y'all are still questioning what does 6'7" mean. TikTok has an attention span of 6.7 seconds, so let's quickly break down the meaning of 6'7". 6'7" started with the rapper Skrilla, and in his song it meant to unalive somebody, and it's also associated with GANGS. TK, a basketball player, dropped it in an interview and it became part of basketball culture. It hit again when LaMelo Ball got tied to it because his height is 6'7", another basketball player. A kid named Mason screamed it out at a basketball game, and suddenly all the kids across the world jumped on the bandwagon. For elementary school kids, it's just a trend that they're copying. For middle school kids, it's a meme, brain rot, or a filler word. Also tied to the corny joke, why was 6 afraid of 7? For some high schoolers, it means absolutely nothing. It's just something cool to say, but some high schoolers have flipped it into meaning average or a hoe on the periodic table. Parents associate it with being evil, grave plot measurements, or the police code. But in Philly, be careful saying it there because in Philly, it is GANG associated. So yeah, 6'7" is just another trend that spun out of control. For parents and teachers, if you want to cope with it, run out to your local Walgreens or Walmart and grab you some Goalie ashwagandha. This will help relieve your 6'7" stress. 6'7".
This is your story.
Don't get mad. You not Michael Jackson, man.
Honor your past and embrace the future. That's what people want.
Is he upset? Bro, I seen this, but it's just, why you look so upset? Like, you not Michael Jackson, man. You not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is black, man. He's black. I know he you know, he mad.
You know, I'm sure Fabio, I know he's nice. I'm sure he's a nice person, and he's a fan. He does a great job impersonating Michael Jackson, but why is he doing this? Like, he was sitting there like he really thought he was supposed to have a say-so, you know, like in the movie. Like, and then that part where he was like, sorry. I know he's a sweet man. I don't mean any harm or disrespect. I know he's really, you know, but he really acts like he really thought he was in charge now. Like, he really seems like Michael Jackson said, when I pass along, I want Fabio to take over, because he'd be sitting there like he really feels like he's supposed to have a word in, you know, like he was just sitting there like, why is he doing this, you know, like, why is he doing this, like, is somebody checking on him? Like, is all of this an act? Like, was he really that invested? Like, to the point where he thinks he's supposed to be, like, getting a say-so in who they choose for this movie? Why was he looking like that on the trailer? Like, he was, like, not really... Then that little facial expression he made at the end, he was like... He didn't like it. It seemed like he didn't like it. But a lot of people seem like they'll like it. Like, I'm excited. I love Michael Jackson. And I'm looking forward to the movie in 2026, April 2026. But Fabio, I know you're nice and all, but come on. Come on. They don't have to run nothing by you first. Beat it.
Beat it. I ain't gonna lie. If I seen that and I was playing as Michael, that would have made me mad. You talking about beat it? Come on, man. I would have been mad she said that. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, he looked upset. He like, these motherfuckers really gonna chew him over me. That nigga is mad, bruh. Dang.
Has your pussy fallen off? Ask your doctor today if Hydroxycut is right for you.
When I was diagnosed with mesothelioma, my pussy fell off. But after using Hydroxycut, it grew back.
Has your pussy...
Nigga, you're not Mike. You are not Michael Jackson, bro. This shit's starting to piss me off. I really never liked dude since I seen that video of him in the street watching another Michael Jackson impersonator dance and he acting like he the real deal. Gang, you're not him. And going off the faces you make, gang, you were never going to be casted. Mind you, I did my research. I'm a real hater. I watched. Nigga, you can't sing. And nigga, you can't act. Nigga, you can't dance. You would have never been casted, gang. My dad do not like how you dead ass that you the real deal, gang. You are not him. I know some niggas like, yo, Wes, you need to calm down. You really hating right now. Nigga, I am. I'm one of them real ones. I'm a real ass hater, my nigga. Damn, you just couldn't see a trailer and get hyped, but that trailer look.
Hey! 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 Can you, hey, say, hey, can you help me find, I'm looking for this White House. They said it was gonna be on this street.
I really just wish I could know what Animal was saying, bro. You know, he like the way he just did that. It's like he said, go away or something. They all had attitudes today, man. I just wish I could know what they saying, bro. That is funny.
Yeah, hey, you say, all right, bet, how you doing, ma'am? You think you can help me find this? I'm looking for this this White House. They said they got a red door. They said it was on this street. Hey, player, you know what Destin Street is?
He got a goatee? Do he got this too right here? What is going on, man? What's happening? My boy got the goatee.
I fuck y'all like y'all can't hear. Hey, where y'all going? Hey! Hey! Why the fuck y'all like y'all can't hear? Where's Destin Street? Huh? Man, these motherfuckers got some Okay, attitude. Since I got your attention, which direction do I take, sir? You know what? I'll find. Don't even worry about it. Hey!
He really acting, bro. He really acting like they know what he talking about, like. And then the fact that they looking up every time he say "hey," and just staring at him.
I'm lost.
They don't care.
Bet. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, don't even worry. Hey!
That be all.
What? Did you want any sauce?
No, y'all know y'all reader board laying on the ground?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I want mild sauce.
Okay, that'll be 66 cents.
Okay. What in the world didn't happen? What in the world didn't happen at the Taco Bell?
Somebody get their order right. Somebody get their order right, man. Something happened because, dang.
Baby, can you hear me? Get away from me. I can't even sing in my own house. Baby, can you hear? Stop. Stop, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Baby, can you hear my call? Stop. Stop. Stop.
Why is it kicking you so mad?
Stop it. Stop. Stop, Phoenix. I can sing in my own house. This is my house. Okay? Why are you upset? You don't like that song? Look, hey! Get the fuck off of me. Baby, can...
Every black person and every person of color stop going to work, this whole shit goes down.
Exactly.
Ain't gonna be no restaurants. Ain't gonna be no deliveries. They already getting rid of their farm hands. So ain't gonna be no harvest. Who gonna work the Family Dollar? Who working at Walmart? Who working in them fucking warehouses? Black people and other people of color. Overwhelmingly doing these jobs. No more nanny. You gotta take care of your own baby now. No more hotel concierge. No more doorman. No more Uber driver. If black people and other people of color, fuck these folks. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Fuck these white people. If we was to band together and do a general strike, this whole shit.
He didn't mean that, y'all. Come back. He didn't mean that. Calm down. As soon as we say something about that, they just get so offended. Come back. We already been through so much, man. They used to swing us on trees, man. Cut it up. Come back. Come back in.
Go down. They always telling us to go back to where we come from. Go back to your country. You want to get here? Do it the right way. How about you just stop working for a little bit? 30 days. I guarantee you this shit fall to his fucking knees and they begging for us to come back. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. We don't got to go nowhere. If everybody stop paying rent, how they gonna get the rent? And you think they got enough people to evict everybody? They don't. They don't. Invitation homes ain't got enough people to evict everybody. The black cops stopped going to work. Oh shit, ain't no police in Atlanta. If black police stop going to work, ain't no fucking police in Atlanta. Ain't no police in Baltimore. Every black person.
You got a point, though.
Whenever you call our name, I don't like that angle. I like this one.
At this age, you're 24? 24?
30.
30?
No, 20. Girl, she never heard of it.
Oh, come on. They played it. They can't look it up?
That wasn't loud enough. I don't do dirty. You know what I mean.
Michael was not feeling that. Michael was not feeling that one, bro. You could tell his face. He looked so upset. Look at his face. Look at his face. And he thought he hit that note too. Look at him. He thought he hit that note. Look at his face. Nah, man. He is so he looks so disappointed. That's funny.
I really don't want to do this to you, bro, but the recipe.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. The PlayStation monthly games be having you playing anything, bro. What the fuck is this?
Nah, for real.
No, check it out, check it out. Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100.
No, it do be like, I remember when I was on that, I was playing the swimming game. Swimming in the ocean game. I'm like, what am I playing? But it was on PS Plus. PS Plus be having free games you can download.
Masculine energy is not being aggressive, it's being calm. So let's get into it. Most men think being masculine means being dominant, loud, fear, rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, masculine energy is found in when you don't even have to raise your voice. It's in how calm you can stay when life tries to shake you. Think about it. A lot of men are aggressive because they're insecure. They think force equals strength. But aggression is just usually a cover-up for fear. Fear of losing control, fear of being seen, fear of not actually being enough. And I get it. The masculine man isn't out here trying to prove a point. Why? Because he is the point. He doesn't yell to be heard. People listen because his presence speaks before his mouth ever does. And to me, that's real power. Listen to me. Women, they don't feel safe around aggression. They feel safe around certainty. They can sense when a man is driven by chaos versus conviction. Masculinity is not in chasing control, it's mastering self-control. Stop trying to control others and worry about controlling you. Because the loudest man in the room usually is the weakest one. But the quiet one, that's the one that doesn't flinch, doesn't fold. That's the man who wins in the long run. So if you want to be masculine,
if you're dealing with a Taurus, you must understand these things about them. You must understand a Taurus notices everything, and not even just the details. The details gotta be in the right place. That would separate Taurus. And oh my, do not bother a Taurus when they are enjoying their free time. They take their free time serious. It's actually not free to them. So they are focused on relaxing. They do like music, but they actually prefer peace and quiet. They hide their emotions very well. They are emotional people, but they don't show it. They rather show love through their actions and their intentions and their executions. They're all about the results. And oh my, please don't be bossy with a Taurus. Do not ignite that bull to pull his horns and go crazy jamming at you. They do not like to be micromanaged. So do not micromanage a Taurus. That's why they're most likely in positions of leadership. And then the last thing I love about the Taurus, bro. Bro, Taurus got the resty face. Like, not in a bad way, but like, you'll think, bro, is they mad at me? What I do to this Taurus? Like, straight for whole time, they just think about what they want to eat. We ain't worried about you, bro.
I can't stay away from you too long. Even if I do, I'll always call. Yeah, checking on you, make sure you're okay.
Snapping, I ain't gonna lie.
Be the one to brighten up your day. Yeah, and the point of it all is I love you. My days are long whenever we're apart. It's like
got some soul in him. I ain't gonna lie. My boy got some soul in him.
Where'd he go?
Right there, he pulled up. Hold on.
What the heck?
Cuz, stupid.
I am too done.
Look at him recording too. Where he go?
Everything is frequency and vibration, but vibrations can get hijacked. Understand that. So it don't matter how high your vibration is. Y'all have seen some spiritual teachers fall. They may have opened themselves up too early, completely broke their spiritual contract, and now they getting energy harvested. I'm pretty sure y'all see some in the spiritual community or have seen some in the past. Everything is frequency and vibration. And when it get hijacked, it can get hijacked if it get exposed too early. So if you got a plan of frequency or vibration, don't tell your plan. Don't expose it too early. Nothing. Seal it within. Keep it to yourself. Speak only when the goal is complete, my nigga. So don't come out talking. Wait till you done. Then speak it. Receive the love, the energy, more fire to make it blow even more. Not just here, but in the spirit realm. No matter what project, music, break beyond the illusions, nigga. Don't speak it. Don't leak it. Don't show no samples. Wait until it's done, complete. Only tell a person on your frequency or vibration who can protect it. So just like I told you, you might have some spiritual niggas or some niggas who call themselves woke, but you know that they ain't eating healthy and they ain't doing nothing. They just talking. Don't tell them nothing. Those niggas, don't tell them nothing. Don't tell them nothing. They don't live this shit. They gonna get you trapped. Don't tell them nothing. Only tell a person that's telling you about them protecting shit too. A person that's aligned with you. Okay? Even people who's on a path still can get attacked if they don't know. And most niggas don't know. That's why I'm telling y'all this, but also giving y'all formulas and methods to protect yourself. It's real.
Homebody, where she live, she outside. That's the type of thick shit you don't find. Come on, baby, throw that motherfucker right now.
Crazy how music can really get you to move. Like, that's crazy. Dang. Music, that's why you really got to be careful what you listen to. But this song is, I don't know, it's catchy.
Come on, baby, throw that motherfucker right now. Come on, baby, throw that motherfucker right now. Come on, baby, throw that motherfucker. Homebody, wish.
Here's something we can all learn from tourists. I feel like tourists get so slept on, but honestly, tourists really teach you like how to play the long game. They have patience like no other. They know how to like, set their goals, and they can like take the time. It could take years. They'll always keep their mind focused on the prize. Tourists know exactly who they are, and they know how to stay grounded in who they are, and they don't let nobody throw them off. They don't let no one persuade them, influence them, none of that. When it comes to love, they're very strict. We can learn a lot from them, especially as Geminis, Capricorn, and Libras. Just to name a few, normally those signs are very like, jump your bones as soon as they like you. But Taurus know how to like really play the long game and really see like, okay, see what you about before they really jump in. They never give too much of their heart. They're also very, very wise, analytical, and practical when it comes to making decisions, when it comes to relationships, finances, etc. I feel like we kind of sleep on them. We can learn a lot from them. Here's something.
That zodiac sign stuff is too real. Like, for real. I'm not going to be too real. Like, how you know me? You don't know me. They be knowing me. Like, you don't know me.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are pushing digital ID on these people. And once they do digital ID, they're going to attach it to a social credit score. They're going to attach it to a carbon footprint score. And then they'll be able to control your movement and control you entirely. And most importantly, they've already arrested 12,000 people for social media posts.
That's insane.
Above and beyond every other country, way above Russia. Russia was like 400 last year. The UK's 12,000. Any criticism of immigration, any criticism of grooming gangs and people being raped, any talk about how horrible this is, they come visit you. It's like someone's trying to destroy England. It's literally like they've got a concerted effort to destroy England, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah, and what happens over there?
It's really crazy. It's really crazy to watch, because the mass immigration's not an accident. If I was going to destroy a country, I would do it exactly the way they're doing it. I'd take away their freedom, take away their ability to protest, take away their guns, which they did in the 90s, and then you start tightening that noose. Yeah, these motherfuckers are pushing
because now it's time for digital ID. Okay, 17 countries have rolled out or passed digital ID laws in the last 3 months.
Can you do me a favor and explain to me what digital ID is first?
It's implemented in stages, though, too. So
it's implemented in stages. So digital ID is essentially tying your biometric. The ultimate goal is tying your biometrics to a essentially IP address on maybe, let's say, a blockchain, so that you can have your own social credit score based on the things you say, the things you pay, and the things you do.
Black Mirror.
Very 1000% Black Mirror. So basically every single Revelations type prophetic show that you've ever watched, that.
Because when I think of digital ID, I have been flying a lot lately, especially with Delta, and it has digital ID on it, and it's awesome because you walk up and you're like, it shows your picture. I have TSA pre-check and digital ID. I walk up, don't take my shoes off, my belt off. It scans my thing. They don't need my boarding pass. They don't need my passport. They don't need anything.
Well,
I'm in. I'm like, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah, it is awesome. Don't get used to traveling though. Because beyond in this podcast, they're gonna flag your ass here in about 2 years.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. You won't even be able to start your car. Right, so it's that like inability to be able to buy or sell unless your social credit score checks out. So there's 17 countries that have all rolled out or passed this. Okay,
hold on.
All right.
When you say social credit score, because there was a Black Mirror episode. Did you watch Black Mirror yet? No. Son of a bitch.
Get to your point, because I want to say these 17 countries that are doing this now. The EU, the UK, Laos, China, Taiwan, Mexico, Zambia, Canada, Ethiopia, Thailand, Vietnam, Australia, Costa Rica, Switzerland, and Papua New Guinea.
Mexico is trying to, the new president is trying to pass a law saying that you can be jailed for memes or making fun of any political figures or the president of Mexico. You'll be fined up to, I want to say, $20,000
Or 3 years in prison.
If you make a meme.
Somebody just went to jail in the EU just over a meme. Because now it's time for digital ID. Okay,
Bro, especially with the AI stuff coming out now it's getting to a point like, what if like somebody like, AI getting so advanced they make you do a crime that you never did, like, bruh, like this, bro, this is crazy, man. That's crazy, real. And that Black Mirror stuff, that is real. Y'all ever seen that episode when they was showing how your credit score was literally on your, I forgot how it was, but it literally showed your credit score. Like everyone's credit score was right by the you can see everybody's credit score. And y'all know how that is. But that Black Mirror, that's definitely some Black Mirror stuff for real. That's creepy.
Architects of Earth's.
We're actually using our.
Whales are the original architects of Earth's frequency grid. No whales, no memory, no humanity. Whales are the planet's hard drive. They store and transmit the memory fields of Earth. Whales are literally holding the planetary DNA architecture in place with their scalar tonal bodies. You see, they're not just mammals. They're living field stabilizers. When whales sing, they're transmitting base 12 scalar coding, which helps keep Earth's magnetic morphogenetic field aligned, which includes your energy field, your clarity, your memory, your sleep, your mood. They are all synced to whale songs. So it's like your Bluetooth is paired to a 50-ton frequency priest known as whales. So if whales go extinct, the scalar memory lattice of Mother Earth's morphogenetic field begins to collapse. And this is not just ecologically, but energetically. We lose access to planetary records, soul memory fields, and grid synchronization. It's like unplugging Earth's backup drive during a system update. That's how important whales are to Mother Earth. So next time someone says, save the whales, remember, we're not saving them. They're saving us. Honor them, sing with them. Perhaps stop blasting them with sonar and cruise ships. Because without whales, humanity literally forgets who it is. Shout out to the whales. Whales are the...
Shout out to the whales, man. Shout out to my whales, man.
Eighth Ocean, you're saying they're keeping this closed off from the public for what reason?
Listen, there were things down there we just weren't prepared to encounter. Look, we were sent down into a canal which sonars couldn't detect a bottom on, right? It takes us hours to get through it, and when we finally did, we emerged into what felt like a pocket ocean. Words couldn't explain the anatomy of the creatures we were seeing outside the window, right? But we truly realized the alien nature of this place when this elongated, almost translucent
AI.
A group of scientists made one of the most powerful discoveries in modern human history, and what they found actually proved what the Bible says to be true. Check this out.
Personally believe this is one of the most important scientific discoveries of all time. I am really shocked that we don't even learn this in school. This is some next level stuff, and it was verified to be true. Dr. Masaru Emoto, and what he discovered was, when you speak to the water and you say certain things like, I love you, or, you're my friend.
Or beautiful.
Yeah,
Even,
beautiful,
yeah.
Angel. It could be simple, just like angel, happiness, peace. When you say these positive words to the water and then you freeze it, it makes beautiful shapes.
Most of the time they're symmetrical. They look like
you
beautiful.
Google images, they have photos of this.
They look like snowflakes, like beautiful symmetrical snowflakes.
Now, when you say mean, nasty words to the water, and then they freeze the water, it would make ugly,
asymmetrical
repulsive shapes.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah, like cracks and looks like damage.
Bubbles.
And he basically proved that your consciousness and your will combined with the intention behind your words affects reality. It's like the concept that your words are magic, so much so that you change physical reality.
Yeah, it is quite literally proof that the things that come out of your mouth
change reality,
affect your physical surroundings.
This is just absolutely fascinating and incredible. I don't know if we necessarily understand what this means when it comes to the Bible, but let me break it down. So scientists discovered that our words change the shape of water. Positive words, affirming words like beautiful or peace or love or happiness or even angel will change the shape of this water into beautiful, symmetrical, ordered, and patterned shapes. Negative words, demeaning words, right, like stupid or ugly, right, or sad or sorrow or depression, that will change the shape of the water into these asymmetrical, chaotic looking, ugly type of shapes. Now, what does that mean just at a very basic level? And what does this prove at a very basic level? The Bible says that in the tongue is the power of life and death. And what this shows us is just by our words, there is a physical reaction, a physical effect that our words have on substances. So our words have power in them. They're not just audible sounds. They have an actual reaction when we speak on a physical level. If your words are affecting water like this, how many other things do you think your words are affecting? A similar truth was discovered when you spoke words over plants. If you spoke positive words, the plants grew and flourished. If you spoke negative words over the plant, they withered and they died. If you're speaking negatively over yourself or negatively over others or negatively over your environment, how do you think that's affecting the reality around you? How do you think that's affecting you? This goes back to scriptures in the Bible that say, let it be according to your faith. And this is why the prayers of the righteous have such a powerful effect. It goes back to these principles that these scientists has discovered. This scientific truth stem from biblical truth. Our words are alive, they're living. That's what this proves. And when you look into the word in Hebrew, words are not just inanimate objects. Words have substance. Words are alive. Words have power. Now let's go a little deeper. Remember, when the scientists spoke positive words over the water, it created patterns of order. Or in other words, when they spoke words of life, it created these ordered pattern structures. Now in the Bible, life and light are synonymous, right? The Bible says God's word is life and it is light. So when the scientists spoke these words of life and light, it created beautiful order. It created beautiful patterns. When you look into the word light in our Bible, the definition is going to speak of order. Light creates order. So no wonder why when these scientists were speaking these words of life and light in the water, what did it create? Order, symmetrical shapes, these beautiful patterns. Everything that these scientists are discovering only help to prove the truth that is actually already in the Bible. And the biggest proof is all around you. Our world is a world of order. And what creates order again? Life, or light that is spoken. And how did God create this world of perfect order? Let there be light. He spoke it. Amen. Everything testifies, everything in nature testifies, everything in science testifies, true science testifies to the truth of the Bible and the God of the Bible.
How to escape the matrix in 5 steps. Let me show you how I did it, and let's go. All right, step 1 is find affordable land. All right, even if you have to move out of the country, trust me, it's worth it. The farther away from the city, the better. Okay, step 2 is build a smaller tiny home. If you can't build it yourself, then find someone to build it for you. Step 3 is food access. Okay, that living outside the matrix means you need a year-round fresh food supply. This is a big reason why I moved to the tropics. I have my own honeybees and the best weather for growing food year-round. Step 4 is your drinking water. Having a rainwater catchment tank or a well dug means you have endless water for you and your garden. Step 5 is providing your own electricity with solar energy. Charging my cell phone, etc. is so easy. You'd be surprised how much energy you get from the sun. Make sure you follow for more off-grid content. How to escape the matrix.
We can do it, y'all. We can all get there.
How to escape the matrix, part 1. Your number 1 priority to make as much money as you possibly can, as quickly as you can. Now, what I'm not recommending is for you to spend $1 bajillion on some drop shipping course in order to make $1 million overnight. What is much more likely for you is that you need to go out and get a second job, cut your living expenses, and live like a fucking monk for 10 to 11 months and save up as much money as you can while also getting out of debt. Because it is this liquid capital that is going to allow you to live the kind of life that you want to live. If you see me living in Bali, if you see what I'm doing, and you want it for yourself, having a savings account with $5,000 or $6,000 gives you so much flexibility outside of America you literally couldn't even imagine. So stop listening to the online gurus who are saying, oh, take my course and you'll make $1 million. Get a second job, cut your expenses, and live like a monk for the next 10 months, and use that money to then move somewhere in the world that is 4 to 5 times cheaper than where you're currently living in the United States.
The grid we all live in. If you notice, everything is in squares that we live in. Houses, computer screens, TVs, phones. That's like the kryptonite of nature.
I get what you're saying. You get into holonomic brain theory. It tells you that the brain is holographic, but there's an encryption over it. It's a square. But this is why I keep telling people you got to think outside the box, because when you think outside the box, you think outside the matrix. And you get into the metaphysics of geomancy and the esoteric knowledge of it, it shows you how you have different ley lines and geometrical shapes all over the planet. And the reason they have the veneration of the cube or the square is because a square is able to absorb energy. It's able to trap energy. Like I was telling you about the moon being the external hard drive of the planet Earth, because the moon is actually a representation of the square. The sun is a representation of the circle. A square in a circle, when you get in sacred geometry, is able to live on 2 different dimensional planes because they both add up to 360 degrees of knowledge. 4 90-degree angles on the square, that's 360. Then you got the circle, that's 360. Everything on planet Earth, as far as like the matrix, is all cultivated by the energy of the cube and the veneration of it, because it sucks up microscopic waves of energy from our neurons, from our body, and they upload it into a neuromorphic cyber cloud.
The grid we all live in.
And you have to be willing to put in the hard work. This is my biggest piece of advice that I could give you right now for anybody that's serious about living off grid. And if you're serious about getting away from the matrix and escaping for good. All right? You have to completely privatize your life. You have to live in a way where you can provide your own food, provide your own drinking water, provide your own monetary goods, right? Your financial system has to be completely independent from the matrix. You have to be completely independent from the big box grocery stores. You can use it, right? But you can't be dependent on it. That's what living self-sustainable and living in with your community means. And everybody was doing it, what, 50 years ago, 60, 70 years ago. Now this modern thing took over, and here we are, lost, controlled by some evil corporations and billion-dollar elites.
Right.
And you have to.
We can get out of this, man. It's us. That's what I'm starting to realize. It's us. We be making bad decisions, man. We got this, man. We got this.
The Matrix is everywhere.
If you truly want to escape it, you can. You can. They can't stop us all. That's why we got NPCs for it, man. If you're not an NPC, you got this. You're gonna get out of that eventually.
You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste.
Going to bed, honey? I get up, I shower, I come to work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work. Okay, let's see my to-do list. Gotta wake.
This system was designed to keep you trapped, to keep you on the conveyor belt that only benefits the system. They do not want you to know that you can create your own reality. You can crack the codes. You can exit the matrix. You can live life on your own terms. It starts with your beliefs and rewiring your subconscious programs. Comment 369 below and I will show you exactly how.
This entire life you live is just a show that was set up by a handful of families. This finna be the deepest video you done seen all year. They just want to control everything you do so that they stay in power. Screenshot this because I'm finna take it off the screen. They start you out by putting you through school to wring out all of your critical thinking and your creativity. John D. Rockefeller said he want a land of workers, not thinkers. And they only want workers so y'all can work on the things that they need y'all to work on to keep them in power without questioning it. If you thinking, you gonna question what you doing. I don't know if the people that run this world care or not, but this is what it looks like when you strip all of the creativity and critical thinking and joy and happiness out of somebody and turn them into a worker. What's even crazier about all of this, all the people in politics are damn near related. The reason why they chose Obama to be the first black president is because he was the only black person that was related to them. Think I'm lying? Watch this.
That President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins and they're grandsons of John Lachlan.
Y'all gotta wake up and free yourselves. Just start getting more creative, bro. Produce things from your heart. Learn how to take care of yourself, and you gonna be alright in the whole shit show. This entire
The whole idea of escaping the matrix is a complete and utter lie. What if I told you that there is no matrix to escape from, and the idea of escaping the matrix is actually what keeps you in the matrix? Something to understand is that the matrix has been developed to keep us within it. It is not something that is physical. More so, it is something that has developed over time from elites or whoever is in control of this matrix to keep you in a state. This state is fear. And those that have created the matrix are those that try to keep you in that fear-based state. If you are in a fear-based state, then you're going to want to try and escape it. But that is not what you want to try to do, because then you'll be living your life in a fear-based state, giving your attention, giving your energy to this matrix. What you want to do instead is by escaping the matrix inside of you. And it's nothing to escape from. Instead, it is a state to live in. Instead of living in fear, you want to live in a state of love. Because when you live in a state of love, you won't even recognize anymore that there is a matrix around you, because your consciousness is at a level where you won't be able to be controlled by a matrix. Instead, you will be living as a free being, a being that sees love all around them. And the way that you get into this state of love is by giving love to yourself, mainly by allowing yourself to feel emotions and feel what has been suppressed inside of you that keeps you in a fear-based state. When you are holding on to grief, shame, guilt, and this is bottled up inside of you, you are easily controlled and you are put into a fear-based state. When you allow yourself to feel these bottled up emotions, you release them, you naturally increase your vibration and your frequency inside of you that allows you to increase your vibration towards a state of love. And when you are in that state of love, there is nothing that you have to escape from. You just live in that state. And it comes by feeling your emotions. So if you are someone that's bottled up your emotions your whole life, I give you permission now to start to feel them so that you can escape, but really you are just creating love within yourself. And if you want a space more where you can learn practices to feel these emotions, read the caption down below.
I moved into a camper, cleared some land, bought a shed that I turned into a cabin just in time for winter. There was a lot of snow, but there was peace too. A lot of it. And then spring came back around, and I watched the land come back to life. I got back to working on some projects for the homestead. But the main one will always be to honor and enjoy this land and the time I have on it.
That's fire, man. For real. People making like an effort. At least they trying, you know.
Do I think right now is a good time to live off grid? I think those of us who are already established off grid are in a very good place right now. So we don't know what's going on financially, the economy, infrastructure. And you know me, I'm not a prepper, I'm not a doomsdayer, but I am a preparer. So now, is this a good time for people to start living off grid? You know what? The longer they aren't able to do it, or the longer that folks are unwilling to do it, or the longer folks are afraid to do it, it's the longer it's going to take. Things just aren't going good in this world. Things aren't going good at all. This is reality. If the stores all shut down today, at least we're not going hungry today. If the whole power grid was to shut down today, at least we're not going without power. For the love of gosh, folks, please don't go, well, you know, if I had the money, you got to remember who you're talking to. We started with nothing, and I'm not shaming anybody. I'm not saying you need to do it like us. I'm just saying what we did. We left Miami with less than $1,000 to the people who say there's no cheap land. Look around. We left our comfort zone. If we've seen anything in the past months, this whole world is unstable. So you might as well create your own stable environment so that you can rely on yourself. Do I think right now is a good time to live off grid?
You got it. This is a pyramid house. At the bottom is the living area. At the top is where you rest and you rise into your higher self. And at the very top, we got a shungite pyramid to cap it off. And as y'all can see, we overlooking our land in the retreat center. We got a bunch of cottages, some ITAL kitchen, therapy center, all that. And y'all may know from the herbs we talk about in the ancestral scientific kind of way, not just the basic benefits and the nutrients that they got in the herbs. That's the same thing when it comes to building. Everything follows ancestral principles in science. And y'all know I'm from Egypt, right? So we had to do the pyramid. Let me show y'all inside.
We got the Kundalini staircase. We got the natural shower with the all natural spring water. We got some vibe. We're still furnishing it up here, so I ain't really gonna show y'all too much, but it's the Kundalini staircase. So when you walk up this staircase, you rise up into your higher self, and that's where we rest.
You got it. This is a pyramid house.
Here are just a few things that make us off the grid and self-sufficient. We have a thriving garden full of all your staple crops of tomatoes, potatoes, garlic. We have our own chickens for the eggs and for the manure. We also chop and provide all of our own firewood for all of our wood stoves to keep us warm during the winter. We have a beautiful wood-fired pizza oven that we built ourselves from earthen materials. We do all of our baking in this oven. We harvest and make our own salt from the ocean. We also collect and dry all of our own seaweed, and we mill all of our own lumber, which is so satisfying and so much fun. I love this lifestyle, and stay tuned for part 2 to see what else we're doing to help us be self-sufficient and off the grid. Here are just
People is living off grid, man. If they can do it, we can do it too, man.
Have you ever heard of a family compound where an
Sure.
extended family will buy a large piece of land and then all live on it together and build houses and have a little community together? That's what we're doing here, but it's more like a friend compound. I live in the shack here, but I don't actually own the land. My best friend Ian does.
Friend John lives down there in that tent. It's actually my tent, but I let him use it while he's building his house. A good friend Ian, who owns the land, he lives down there.
And eventually there will be more of us too. We still got a bunch of friends back in our hometown of Syracuse who want to come move here with us. And we're all just trying to escape the rat race, live a better, happier life, get rid of our debt, get rid of the consumerism in our lives. Ian totally could be charging us way more for rent for what he's doing for us, but he doesn't. He doesn't want to make money off of us. He just wants a fair share in the taxes he has to pay for the land. And we're happy to do that with him. We're not trying to make money off of each other. We're not trying to exploit one another. We're just trying to help each other out.
To do that, I've been raising chickens and organic gardening. Down there are the solar panels that me and John both invested in. We split the cost for the most part, and he uses the solar panels, and I also have the power running up to my shack.
This is Ian's barn, which he lets me and John use for our projects. I'm over here a lot of the time building stuff because I don't really have the space or the power to do so over at my place. Ian and his parents want to make this a little art area, so I donated all my art supplies here. Over inside this tent is where I keep all my 3D printing stuff. Again, I don't have the space or the power to do this over at my place, so Ian lets me do it here, and he has access to the printer as well. I help out Ian's family all the time. I helped him build this chicken coop for all his chickens. And you know what? I would be miserable if I was here alone and it was just me in the middle of the woods by myself. I am so happy to have my friends living on the same property as me. I am so blessed that every single day I get to see my friends, and I just love it. Do drugs, drive fast, leave the Matrix. Have you ever heard of...
Do drugs, drive fast, leave the Matrix. Man, it's possible, man. People are doing it, man. They are doing it, and I'm loving it. I love to see it. It gives me hope.
5 things living off grid that just make sense. All right. Number 1 is I harvest my own rainwater instead of relying on toxic city water. 100% natural, no fluoride, no chemicals, straight from nature. You can't beat it. Number 2 is no electricity bills. All right. You'd be surprised how much power you get with just a few solar panels, and you get free power from the sun. Number 3 is growing organic food. It's 2025 because, nobody wants GMOs anymore. All right, we all get it. Number 4 is no toilet paper. All right, I use a bidet. This saves a ton of paper and is environmentally sustainable. And last but not least, number 5 is living rent-free by building my own house. All right, follow for more off-grid content.
I don't know, that feels good. Rent-free? I need that in my life. Don't you need that in your life? Man, type off grid in the comments if you agree with that. Off grid in the comment. That's confused people, man. That's not really watching the video, because they be clicking off the video. Some of y'all be staying. Shout out to y'all. But type off grid in the comments if you want to go off grid and build your own. You get your own land, build your own everything, grow your own everything. Type off grid.
Here's the basics of off-grid power in less than a minute. You'll need batteries.
Oh, this is heavy.
An inverter, solar charge controller, bus bar, battery monitor, wires and fuses, and of course, solar panels. Batteries are the heart of your system and will store all your electricity and power. The solar panels convert the sun's energy into electricity. The electricity comes into a solar charge controller, which protects and prevents backflow. It then goes into the battery and it's able to be used and go to the inverter. The inverter converts it from DC to AC, like what you use on a regular household outlet. The bus bar, wires, and fuses connect everything together to make it work. And you can use battery monitors like these to check how much power you have. When everything is connected, it'll look something like this, like our van we used to live in. And you don't need to be totally off-grid to use a system like this. Our tiny home is on the grid, and we're going to be putting a backup battery system in it. Make sure you follow to check that out.
That's nice. Wow, man. I know it's a lot of work, but you can get it done, man. We got the internet right now, man. They even have books, off-grid books, how to grow stuff, man. Like, man, we gonna get there, man.
Some people seem to not know what off-grid means, and they claim that I am not living off-grid, and I'm lying because I have social media. Let's clarify what off-grid means. The grid and off-grid refers to the electrical grid that is a part of a city. I am not attached to any city's electricity. The internet's definition of off-grid is not using or depending on any public utilities, especially electricity. I don't have any public utilities, no electricity, no running water, and no sewage. Although I do not have access to any public utilities, I do have social media because I do have cell service. Now, I understand it may be hard to imagine what off-grid life means when you're sitting in your climate-controlled home, in your electric recliner, watching your widescreen TV. So let me illustrate it for you. It sure feels like I'm off-grid when I'm in a bucket. Sure feels like I'm off-grid when I have to start a fire every time I want to be warm. Sure feels like we're off-grid when we have to haul water twice a week. Sure feels like we're off-grid when the lights turn off at sunset every night and they don't turn back on until sunrise. For all the new faces around here and for everyone who's been with us from the beginning, following along our journey, thank you for being here. We love that you're here and we love all of your support. And for those of you who are just looking for something to complain about, I hope that makes you happy because my off-grid life makes me happy. Some people seem to not know
the truth about living off the grid that nobody's going to tell you. All right, don't let social media fool you. Living off grid is serious hard work. All right, I'm out here growing my own food, tending the water catchment, getting supplies from towns, fixing leaks, all while living in a construction zone. All right, this will test your patience and make you truly appreciate all the little things in life. There's always a project to finish around here. I'm managing the solar power, doing all the little things every single day, rain or shine, because the job has to get done. All right, make sure you check out my new book, Off-Grid Revolution. Link is in my bio.
Things we're doing because the world is crazy as fuck. Number one, got land, went off grid. Land, clean water and off grid power equal the foundation of real resilience. We've got 13.5 acres, a private water supply and multiple solar systems. Number two, growing our own food because supermarkets are only ever 2 days away from empty shelves. It's madness to rely on a system that fragile. Creating food security is a must. We produce over 90% of our own food now. Number three, building a like-minded community. People who value freedom over convenience, who know what's coming and want to be a part of something that's actually preparing for it. Right now, we've got 60 plus families backing our project, and in return, they get access to everything a sovereign off-grid farm can offer: food, water, connection, and purpose. With these things in place, no matter what the elites throw our way next, whether it's another pandemic, a manufactured financial collapse, or even full-blown World War III, we're ready. If you're serious about getting lands going off grid and building freedom, comment yes and I'll send you the 4-step guide that shows you exactly how we did it. Things we're
Is it a good time to be off-grid? Yes, I'd say so, because the world is pretty fucking crazy right now. Small farmers are being forced out of existence, the land's being bought up by billionaires and mega corporations, digital IDs are rolling out, and 15-minute smart cities are being built while everyone's too distracted by entertainment and political pantomime to notice. Now, I'm not trying to fearmonger here, but seriously, what would you do if you could not get food from the supermarket or the store? What would you do if the financial system collapsed? Fake cyber attack, anyone? And you couldn't access your bank account or even use your money? Call me a doomsday prepper if you want, but I know the agenda endgame. So yes, in my opinion, for anyone that wants to maintain their freedom, it's not just a good time to be off-grid, it's a necessary time to be off-grid. Before you say it, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Well, that's all well and good, but I don't have enough money to buy land and go off-grid. We didn't either. However, instead of waiting until we'd saved enough, which would have been never by the way, we raised private investment, which absolutely anyone can do. Or if you don't want to raise the money, collaborate with people who already have the land and the resources and simply make a deal that serves all parties involved. Or even easier than both of those, just join an existing project that offers you all the benefits of an off-grid, independent, food-producing, like-minded community farm without having to build or run it yourself. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there's loads of ways you can get off-grid, but no one's going to come and hand it to you on a plate. So for those of you that are ready to take action, that's what the Wild Minds Network is for. We'll provide you with all the guidance you need, as well as connect you with the land, people, and opportunities to build your independence. The world might be unstable, but your life doesn't have to be. If you're ready to get started, just comment join and I'll send you the link.
If you're wanting to build off-grid, there are 5 systems that you need to keep in mind. And these systems are the replacements for your utilities. The first one would be electricity. How are you generating power? And this definitely includes being able to generate the power, like with solar or wind, but it also includes the capability of storing the power, like for instance, with batteries. The next 2 systems deal with water. How are you getting clean, hot water into your home? And how are you dealing with your sewage? I recommend using rainwater for your source of water. You're going to need filters and pumps and a way to heat everything up. But let's move on to sewage. This is a biodigester, and it's basically a really fancy septic system. But in all honesty, that's actually a massive understatement. This will take care of all of your sewage. In addition, it helps us with our 4th system. A biodigester, as a byproduct of taking care of the sewage, will produce biogas, which is basically the same thing as natural gas. And then the 5th system is how are you going to heat and cool your home? If you're wanting to build off-grid, there are 5 systems that you need to keep in mind. And these systems are the replacements for your utilities. The first one would be electricity. How are you generating power? And this definitely includes being able to generate the power, like with solar or wind, but it also includes the capability of storing the power, like for instance, with batteries. The next 2.
They said, doesn't seem like it's a simple life because it looks like it takes so much work. My work is growing my food, taking care of my chickens and getting my eggs, being with my wife out here in the woods in the privacy to do whatever we want, when we want, how we want, live by our rules, not hurting anybody, not being hurt by anybody. I get to be outside all the time instead of in an office. Don't have to deal with the politics and bureaucracy of working with and for and around other people. All I have to do is obey my wife, and everything works out real fine. So believe me, yes, I tell people all the time, living off grid and having a homestead isn't Pinterest. It's a lot of work, it takes a lot of effort and sacrifice, but it's beyond worth it. The moment that we went, we're doing this, our whole mindsets about life and everything completely changed. And anybody who's done this before us and has done it after us, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You think about it, you plan about it, you're excited about it, you share with family, you deal with the disappointment of family and friends telling you it's a dumb idea. You have complete strangers telling you what a great idea it is. You finally learn to get the, not to listen to the noise. And we have been having a blast out here. They said, doesn't seem like it's a simple.
Hear me out. I really feel like the new American dream should be us getting with a group of friends, our tribe, our family. We get a piece of land. We off-grid that hoe. We homestead that bitch. We solar power everything. We grow our own food. I feel like that's the goal right now. Like, fuck paying $1,800 for 1 bedroom rent. You raising everything but the wages. You're poisoning our food. Inflation is real. Taxes is crazy. Like, it's just not adding up no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, shit just not making sense. And I'm not the only one to feel like that. So I feel like if we all collectively do the same shit, they wouldn't know what to do. They need us more than we need them. And I'm tired of living like this. This is a rat race. This shit is depressing, and they want us to be depressed. We're supposed to be high vibrational, and they know that. So they're doing everything in their power to keep us from vibing high. I think it's time to disconnect, but that's just me. Hear me out. I really feel like
Indeed, man, this is so depressing. It really is, man. This is stupid. This is so dumb, man. So you gotta, like, you're gonna have to just put in that hard work, yo, man. For real. It's time. It's about time, man. For real, it really is time. I feel it, like, I know it's time, y'all. It's time.
Almost 2 years ago, I used to be a mechanic, worked in a mechanic shop, had like 900 followers on Instagram. I drove a Corvette, C6. I lived in a small city, had an apartment that was like $1,400 a month. Had no money, nothing to my name besides my Corvette. But I also had a girlfriend, and everything changed when she decided to cheat on me. Hey, it's okay. You know what I did? I got rid of the issue. I moved out of my apartment before my lease was even up. I ended up having to pay 6 months of rent without even living in the apartment. The first thing I did was sell my Corvette. I bought this school bus, bought some property in the middle of the woods, and I got me a dog. Ever since then, I've been just living life the way I want to live. It was never planned. Still to this day, I don't have anything planned besides just prospering and building paradise. This last year has been hectic. I've just been grinding, trying to get things done, trying to build a home for myself and my animals. Once I built my cabin, I got a little bit complacent and I decided to enjoy it for a little bit. It's getting closer to winter and I really need to get this cabin finished. A lot of people are skeptical, and you know what? I am too. But this upstairs cabin right here, I want to be able to sleep in it before the first snowfall. When I install this wood stove right here, it's supposed to go out the bottom cabin, into the top cabin, and through the roof. My name is Wes. I've been out here for a little bit over a year. If you're interested, follow along. I got a lot of work to do. The race begins now.
Liars typically accidentally use the question inflection. Liars are asking, do you believe this? So we have noticed, we did a massive experiment in our lab where we had people play 2 truths and a lie with us. So share 2 truths about themselves and a lie. And we found overwhelmingly one of the biggest patterns, there's a couple of different patterns, and one of the biggest ones was that liars asked their lie statement. So like it would sound like this. Here, you can play with me. I'll add the question inflection to 1. I love dogs. I live in Austin, Texas, and I love cilantro.
Oh, yeah. You don't like cilantro.
No. So we noticed people asked the lie because they were asking, do you believe this? So our brain is very adept at this. If we hear the accidental question inflection used, we go, wait a minute, is someone lying to me? Highly competent people, they do not mistakenly use the question inflection. They actually go down at the end of their sentences. So nonverbal, what you're looking for is incongruencies, where the verbal does not match the body. The biggest and most obvious one is when someone says yes, but shakes their head no, or says no, but shakes their head yes. So I might say to my daughter, did you clean your room? Yeah, I did. She's shaking her head no. In Western cultures, there's a cultural exception to this one. India, Bulgaria, and Pakistan. They nod a little bit differently. The research actually shows that. But in countries outside of India, Bulgaria, and Pakistan, when we agree with someone, say yes, or telling the truth, we typically agree with ourselves and shake our heads yes. When we don't agree or don't like something, we'll often shake our heads no. We can sometimes also do this in disbelief. Wow, I cannot believe that just happened. So I'm always looking for incongruent nods. This happens a lot if you ask someone, do you like the new girl? Yeah, you know, she's great, right? You see that
100%, yeah.
all the time. And people, they don't realize they're doing it, but they're shaking their head no. They do not like that person. You'll also see this with mismatched facial expressions. And the biggest one for liars, the research finds, is disgust. So disgust is an expression that people make without even realizing it. And this is across cultures. When we don't like something or when we smell something bad, we crinkle our nose up and we flash the upper whites of our teeth and we go, ugh. So you'll notice that liars typically feel dirty when they lie. So oftentimes they'll show disgust with themselves for lying. So you'll ask someone, so what do you think of the proposal? Yeah, it's really good. And they might even sniff.
Really? What's a sniff? What does it signal?
Oh, it's a disgust activator. Like when we are disgusted, our nasal cavities want to close because we want to take in less of it. And so even though it's not about food, it's about a preference. Liars will often show a little bit of disgust when they are lying because they are like a little bit disgusted with themselves.
Is it just me or do I not see electronics in my dreams? Like ever? I can't be the only one, right? No. Do you know why? If so, put in the comments below.
I think the technology they got is fake. I think we have way more advanced technology than the technology we're using right now. It's kind of stupid. It's not helping us. It's helping you in a way of staying in a matrix. That's what I think that is. That's why. That's my opinion. What do y'all think?
I left the US and moved to Mexico. Here are some of the things that I've noticed with my health. A couple of things. Number one, I walk everywhere in the sun, so we're sweating and detoxing. I stay very fit. Number two, the US allows for a lot of additives to be put in the food, especially the meat. You buy meat here, oh baby, you gotta cook it the next day. The food, the fruit, just really everything is more nutrient dense. I'm getting my nutrients and staying in shape. Number two, my skin is glowing. Hold on, let me show you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, get into it.
Yes, ma'am.
Get into it. Because I'm close to the equator, these are UVB rays, which convert better to vitamin D for your body to have healthy skin. My sleep is regulated. My nervous system is regulated. We good over here. Last but not least, I have kids, I find that the jungle school that they go to is very loving. I also send my kids to a school that has no standardized testing, no homework, and they don't give out grades. Now, some of y'all would be like, oh my gosh, how are your kids gonna go to college? Well, my kids are 6 and 3, and this gives them an opportunity to fall in love with learning, fall in love with reading, fall in love with creativity. I think I needed that. Little Jasmine needed that. All in all, I love my life, and baby, you would have to drag me back.
ChatGPT was asked what the most brutal truths in psychology are, and these were the answers. A prompt was, you've read every psychology study and every psychological thinker and philosopher. What are the 5 things everyone must understand about their own psychology or they risk failing at life? Your brain lies to you constantly is number 1. You're not a passive observer of reality. You are a narrator. Your brain invents stories that feel true, but often are built on cognitive bias, emotional residue, and past wounds. Number 2 is what you avoid controls you. Avoidance feels like relief in the short term, but every time you dodge discomfort, you strengthen fear, shame, procrastination, or resentment. Number 3, you are not who you think you are. Identity isn't fixed, it's a feedback loop of habits, roles, beliefs, and repeated stories. You shape who you are by what you do over and over, not who you wish you were. The 4th one, you are wired for emotion, but built to regulate it. Feeling your emotions is not enough. Mental health comes from being able to name, hold, and use your emotions, not be hijacked by them.
Them is reality checks.
Let it go, sis. That fan has clearly outworked its time on this earth. And you just comfortably sleeping in front of it as if it's not about to start a dangerous chain of events.
Thank you for the happiest year of my life.
They be having Jay-Z fucked up all the time. Jay-Z an ugly ass nigga, but y'all gotta stop playing with that boy like that, cause now that's fucked up. That is fucked up.
He has a safe full of...
Jay-Z an ugly ass nigga, but y'all gotta stop playing with that boy like that, cause now that's fucked up. That is fucked up.
He has a safe full of legitimate Mandela effects.
So I got the Berenstein Bears, not Berenstain Bears. Berenstein. It's an actual book. I also have the Shazam VHS. And last but not least, it's paint, by the way. It's not what you guys are all talking shit before. Hold on, let me find the tag on these. If you guys can see the cornucopia.
Yeah, so there's the cornucopia.
Yeah. There it is, folks.
Yeah. See the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom tag? So Fruit of the Loom denies ever having a cornucopia.
You want to know why Elon Musk posted on X that Trump is on the Epstein list? He's telling the truth. Trump is on the Epstein list because Trump organized Epstein. You see, Epstein Island was a trap that Trump created to catch all these billionaires and millionaires doing evil shit around the world. Trump is a really good chess player, okay? This was a trap to catch all these people, film it, have blackmail, and now he's systematically going around the planet and shutting all these people down. Like, this is a global operation that has been controlling the planet for 100 years. And it's coming to an end right now. You're literally watching the movie of all this shit happen. Epstein's not dead. He was an actor to organize all of this shit.
When I say he's not dead, I just felt that in my soul. Like, bro, he's not dead. Seriously. Somebody he killed himself. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Charlie Kirk isn't dead. This is all a movie. You're watching a movie on the news.
Script.
And I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to reveal all of this stuff to us, because eventually they're going to. I just haven't figured out how they're acting.
They revealing it through AI. I'm telling you. them reality. You know what? I can't talk right now. Never mind.
Actually gonna blatantly say it. I don't think they have all of the evil rooted out yet, or else they would just tell us. So they haven't come out and said it yet. But that's what's happening right now. World War III is being fought right now in secret because it's the evil is really evil. Like, but yeah, that's why none of this shit really makes sense, is because it's not supposed to yet. But yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Well, hello there. Congratulations. You have scrolled far enough into your feed to find me. My name's Pepper. Currently, I'm sitting with some beautiful coastal redwood trees.
Nice.
They're sipping on fog right now. They do that. Anyway, I post nature content, and sometimes I'm funny, not usually. And I actually remember every single person that follows me, so it would be really cool if you wanted to try and test that out.
I did that.
Peace.
Crazy how 99% of people in society are complete NPCs with no social awareness. I'm at the airport right now, and as I'm going through TSA, the agent couldn't have given more clear instructions to move off to the side, and people just look at the guy like, huh? What? No awareness of their surroundings, can't follow basic instructions, drive too slow in the left lane, put their grocery cart in the middle of the aisle so no one can get by. And the sad part is this is most of society.
China is next level. Look at what happens when you park your car. So there's no meters or anything because China is basically cashless. Everything is through these QR codes. You basically QR, pay for your parking spot. And then, look, there's this little green thing down there. Do you see it? Looks normal, right? That is so that you don't leave if you've stayed longer than you've paid for. How do I know? Well, this one is flat, but if we come over here, no, not this one. Yeah, look at this. This one has tilted upwards and it's basically stopping your car from moving. And if you try to drive away, well, you're gonna destroy the car. And it just pops up when your time runs out. How insane is that? Scooter parking and everything, that is free. There's a ton of scooters in China. There's also a ton of cars in China. But one thing that I want you to really listen for right now. Do you hear anything? No, because basically all the cars and all the scooters in China are electric. We're literally next to a main road and you barely hear a single engine. The only vehicles that I've actually heard in China are the buses. And one thing that's hard to find in China is a freaking gas station. I think in 3 times in this country, I've only seen 2.
Apparently, if you freeze apples and let them thaw, then you can juice them a lot easier.
That's crazy. But China, man, China is in a whole nother, like, that, man. That over there is like Cyber City. Seriously, like they is in 20. They way had a time. Seriously.
Come here. I absolutely also got apples because of this. I don't think people understand. Okay, these videos inspired me to get a cast iron juicer last week. I had no idea the amount of things I can juice until after watching these. And then after that, I reached out and I said, thank you. Thank you so much for showing me that the cast iron juicers exist. I then asked if it was okay if I can also juice apples. Okay, the apples are in the bag. I got the bag from a hardware store. And now what we're gonna do is see how this goes. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, this is the last of the apple juice.
I need to get one of them type of juices.
Okay, this is my favorite part. Okay, right. $8 container of freshly squeezed organic apple juice. This is $4 worth of apples. We're going to compare in identical glasses and see how much we got. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, off to a good start. Not too bad. Are we gonna get there? No. Okay, no, it's not gonna, it's gonna come close. Getting close, getting close, getting close. Oh, we were close, we were almost. Okay, so this was $4 and this was $8. And the difference in juice was this much, which means theoretically, this is a $4 cup of juice. And I wouldn't know any of this unless I had a juicer. I'm really loving this. That was fantastic. I'm going to continue to keep juicing things.
Wait, that's so crazy.
People just, bro, how many glasses he got, man? Seriously. I'm really, he got a whole closet of glasses. Like, how? Like, every time I see this, he throw them glasses. Bro, you gotta have a whole closet of glasses. Like, seriously.
Like playing Legos, and people just toss hundreds or thousands of bodies straight down the sewer drain, and that's how all these bones ended up here.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay. Is there a chute up here? There is. Ah!
Yeah, that's bone dust.
Yeah, there's a giant chute you could see. And there's like a light at the top, like the daylight. So they just drop them down here and it just avalanches down here.
Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy that. I will be back for more. Send a peace and abundance your way. Till next time. Peace.